Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name, again, for the last time on this game, is Mr. Evil Dragon. Joining me again, and this time, because my PS4 is working, it might not blow up this time. Joining me today is Mr. Liam. Say hello, Liam.
Hello, hello. I am back again, so you'll have to put up with us again for the final time this week, before you inevitably have to put up with us again on the next game.
Yes, and of course the final ever. Well, yes, no, it is definitely the final ever event.
Yeah, it is the last blast on F1 2020, basically.
Yeah, after this, it's been put in a bin, sent off, shipped in a yacht.
Although it hasn't been as bad as previous games, I must admit. It has certainly been an experience. We'll call it an experience.
Most certainly indeed. Well, of course, the final ever race on this game ever, and we have got 17 people in this lobby, 15 drivers, and us two. It's waiting for Tom Robbo to select a car, and I believe waiting maybe a minute or two for some other people to enter. We are missing Cloudy Balloons, Pricey, and Jacobs, who's ill right now, so hopefully he gets better as well. Apart from that, we've got a lot of interesting stuff going on. Of course, last week was won by someone, because I disconnected, so I don't actually know who won last week. Well, I can tell you what, it was definitely entertaining last week during the sprint race, and the feature race apparently was very good, so we're in for a treat next week. Well, this week. Well, today.
This week. Yeah, this week. I will check. It was Legend who won the 50% race last week. The feature race.
Indeed. Now, remember, of course, we have a 45-minute qualifying session. That is the 18, 15 and 12-minute thing, which, personally, to me, I don't like as much. I like a nice, short, snappy qualifying. Gets everyone on circuit quickly and buzzing around. So, it's always quite interesting. And what are your opinion on it,
Liam? It's fun every now and again for events and all that, but like you say, the short, snappy 18-minute qualifying is much better for getting everybody out on track in a rush. So, but again, this declutters the track quite a lot for the faster guys who will get to Q3, so they'll have a very decluttered track in that final qualifying session.
Indeed. Well, so far, so good then. These were PlayStations blowing up today, which is, it's probably cursed it now, but nonetheless.
Yep.
We have a full lobby of all our lovely drivers, of course, who have all been here all season long, driving beautifully. And as it is the final race ever, what has been your favourite memory of your season?
Oh, tough one. Probably first round of the season, Canada. I qualified third, I believe, but I won the race. Yeah, I won the race in Canada after qualifying third, so yeah, that was the highest point of my season. So, well, why don't you enlighten us as to which was yours?
Well, as I don't race, I can only say my favourite moment of the season was Cam's victory, because it came out of nowhere and I wasn't expecting it. 17th on the grid he started, ended up winning in a wet Monza in front of the Tifosi. I said this last week as well, I believe. But absolutely incredible to watch all that going on, as I get another invite from Nick, just in case everything blows up, which it won't. Fingers crossed.
You never know.
You never know. It's like hot potato with the PlayStation.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 minute it's fine, next minute it's threatening to blow up.
Yes. I mean, it is making noises, but it is less noises, because I gave it a good clean. And it's healthy.
That's better. That's some good news for us this week then. That your PlayStation is in the land of living.
Yeah,
I pray for it when we go to F1 2021, where you're going to have to handle a step up in everything, really.
Yeah, now that might finish the boy off. But never know, anything could happen in my world, and it usually does, but right now we've got racing going on ahead. And to everyone in the chat, what's your favourite memories of your particular seasons? As well, let's get some nice talking going on. There's a few people in the chat already. To see Colin popped in the chat just a moment ago. Of course, you've raced in Podium, finished third in the standings, I think, off the top of my head, that season. But I probably should know that, but Casper won, Jem was second. Yeah, so yeah, I'm correct, I think. I hope so. Nonetheless,
You hope so.
I hope I'm right. Otherwise, this could be interesting. But nonetheless, anything can still happen. But do get in touch, of course. And don't forget, we are live on Twitter. Don't forget to follow and I would say like and subscribe. I don't think you can subscribe. I don't really know how Twitch works.
No, but do give us a follow on Twitch,
Yeah.
so you do know
Follow
when we
us.
are live.
Yeah, do that. And like and subscribe when we're on YouTube, because this is going on YouTube.
Exactly.
So like and subscribe to YouTube people in the future, and hello from the future, past. It's confusing.
Yes, follow us on Twitch and like and subscribe on YouTube, as well as follow our Twitter as well. Don't forget the Twitter.
Don't forget all the Twitters. Yes, and Colin saying, Austria thanks the comms because I jinxed Ali B spectacularally. I also jinxed someone in Brazil, actually. Talking of Brazil, we were at that track, and I did that last time, so am I going to curse someone today? I probably expect I will. Now, who will I be murdering today accidentally? We'll find out. But
we shall find out.
I think we're getting ready to go in just a few moments.
Pick someone at random, and we will see if they are cursed or not.
Right, I'm going to predict a Cam at Podium.
Okay.
That's prediction number 1. So
And
good luck,
who's going
Cam.
to have who's going to have a meltdown this race?
I'm gonna go. Who's gonna have a bad race? I'm gonna go no one. No one's gonna crash on that one.
See, he's just brought up the commentator's curse. There's going to be a massive pile up into turn 1 now.
Yeah. Course, though. Let's see.
Half the field will DNF.
Yeah, half the field
And
DNFing.
Jess will win the race.
Needed. Well, right now we've got 16 people, so by that logic, it means that no one gets knocked out in Q1.
No, one person gets knocked out in Q1.
One singular person is being taken out back in Q1 and put in the naughty corner for the next half an hour, but which is always fun. But nonetheless, let's get ready to go then. We're riding up just now.
So whoever gets knocked out, the singular person who gets knocked out in Q1 can go and make themselves a nice cup of tea and come back and watch the rest of qualifying.
Yes, a nice warm beverage of Yorkshire tea, the only tea that matters in the world. Other brands may be available, but Yorkshire tea.
Tea's tea, doesn't matter which tea bags you use.
But it must be Yorkshire tea.
I don't drink Yorkshire tea, I just drink any tea.
I don't like tea, but Yorkshire tea is the only tea.
It's not the only tea.
It is now. Could have a nice Tetley's, I suppose.
I do believe that your opinion does not count since you do not drink tea, so you can simply not comment on it.
Yeah. We are...
Start drinking tea and then maybe you can comment on which is the best.
Well, what is the best tea?
Yes, let us know in the chat which is the best tea.
Yes, very top tier comms already.
Yep. This is this is a major scientific inquiry. Which is the best tea? Please inform us.
Well, here we are then, getting ready for Brazil, and of course the circuit was first hosted a race back in the 1970s. This version of the circuit hosted a first race in the 90s, of course. Before that, it had a massive layout which was very confusing and complicated. It was here, there, and everywhere, but most of the track remains still from the Oz version. It's just this version, just slightly in reverse.
It's simplified.
Yes, less complicated, and less complicated is good.
Yep. Less complicated is always best. Although it's still kind of tricky and complicated when you're driving.
Yes. Especially if it rains. In terms of weather, we have questions of what weather it's going to be. I'm predicting dry.
I'm going to say rain then. I'm going to go the opposite of you then.
So it's going to snow?
Yep. We're going to have... It's going to freeze the whole track over and we're going to be driving on ice tires, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be like...
having chains on your tires just to get the grip.
Yeah, going to be like drifting through the snow, and it's sunny. So there we go. I was right. Prediction number 1.
Yeah.
It's sunny. It's nice. Got nice kind weather. I don't know what the weather is going to be for the rest of the race, of course, because we don't have the TAS or any insider knowledge to tell us what the weather is going to be. Maybe Jess can let us know what the weather is, or anyone who gets knocked out. Oh dear, you seem to have left, Liam.
Have I? I'm still in the lobby on my screen.
No, you've left. He's definitely left. There he goes, and well, he's gone. Well, there we are. So it took us 3 minutes, and poor Liam has been murdered. But he'll be back, I hope. But meanwhile, you get nice me. At least I am disconnected, which would be unfortunate. But 16 people on circuit. We've got Okiki in the Racing Point, or was the Force India. Now he's an Acid Mart. It's just 3 names. Lots of things. But the man who finished 3rd in the standings this season, of course, in podium, hoping he could do better and see if he can do it. Liam has rejoined the lobby, and now he has to rejoin to hear this beautiful voice of mine again. But Quineth, we've got Sully on circuit as well. Dainstar has also joined us right now as Liam returns from the Shadow Realm. How was the Shadow Realm like?
Okay, I am back, but let's find out how long for. It appears to be my turn to have the problem with PlayStation this time around.
The roles reversed.
Yeah, you seem to have passed on your PlayStation issues to me.
Yes.
Very unkindly.
Well, let's get on board with a lap so far. We are on, so let's go on board with someone who's not invalidated. So let's go on board then with the Alfa Romeo then of Sully. Currently coming through down towards the bottom area. This is coming down the hill after the CNRS. Now, this circuit has got corner names I can't pronounce very well, so I'm going to call this Turn 4. Because if I try and pronounce Brazilian, I will be murdered. Because I'm dyslexic and I cannot pronounce.
Not Brazilian, and I'm gone again.
And yeah, he's out of here. It's gone wrong for our favourite Scottish man. Is he going to be out of the party? We'll find out. We're currently up the hill then right now.
In the party, I'm just having issues with the lobby, I believe.
Yes. Maybe reset your PlayStation.
Maybe, but I do not have another invite.
Hang on, I can solve that. 10 seconds. Yes, I'm going to spam you with some, so if anyone wonders why it's blue, it's because I'm saving Liam. There we go, I'll send you an invite.
Should I reset the PlayStation?
Yes.
Be safe.
Be safe.
I will be back in 5 minutes.
Indeed. Well, meanwhile, Sully, P1 so far, as our colleague now goes to reset his PlayStation. Hopefully he'll be back. Okiki will be crossing the line now, but he's not on a lap time. Cameron P2 so far. We've got Casper currently P3. Who else currently on a lap? We've got Kai crossing the line right now. He goes P1 then in the McLaren. We've got King Jun on a lap. We've got Jacker coming to the line right now. Where does he go? He goes 4th then in the Haas on those medium compound tyres right now. Next, crossing the line, I believe it might be... We've got Connor on a lap time. You got Jess on lap time, with Kiki also on a lap time right now. Let's go and watch on with Mrs. Jess Leonard, currently coming down towards John Cowell, then down the left-handed towards the bottom of the circuit. Very easy corner this is to have a tank slap and go left, right, straight into an Armco barrier. We've seen that likes of Roman Grosjean in 2012. Roman Grosjean also crashed up here in 2016, of course. A place where we've seen some spectacular accidents. Let's see, though. Jess on those medium compound tyres goes P6 then. 1 minute 10.755. That's exactly 2 seconds off of Jacko right now, who is currently still on a lap time. Let's see if the man can improve right now. Then up the top of the hill he comes then. So far he's 56/100 of a second down. Is he going to finish this lap off in? No, he's not. Never mind. Well, I thought he was, but he's back in the pit lane, so he's decided to bail out that one. Casper invalidated his lap time. The key to across the line right now. Legend up on pole position so far. The key to 1 minute 7.3 looked like it was invalidated. We've got a few other people currently on lap times. 1 bit being Casper, he's currently invalidated as well. So Legend from Kai, Sir Gwyneth Kingen, Sully, Connor, Cam, Jacko, Jess, Casper. That is your top 10 so far. And of course, out of those, only 9 have currently set a lap time, meaning 7 have not. So we are just waiting a few moments time for a few people to set their lap times. You've got Day now on the circuit. We've got Phoenix and Okiki in the pits right now. We've got Rich, Tom Robbo currently coming through the middle sector. We've got Casper also on a lap time as well. I think he is on a slightly slower lap currently, I believe. He's not pushing too heavily in that car. So we'll go on board then with Tom Robbo. He's currently coming up towards the last couple of corners. Into the last corner, really, you go on this circuit. And then build the revs up, build the speed up, cross towards the line then. As you dip down into this almost pretty much a little banking layer. You can see someone slightly glitching out on my screen. Ahead, let's see where Tom Robbo goes. He goes P9 ahead of his teammate in 10th position. As Casper goes P3 then so far. So a very good lap time from him. Rich currently coming through the bottom of the circuit as our colleague has rejoined us back into the box of happiness. On board of Rich. Come to line then, see what he can do then. Currently P14, hasn't set a lap time. Probably wants to make himself got to about P7. Well, he's going to do that. He's going to go to P2 so far. And that's a very good lap time indeed.
Yes, it is not quite the box of happiness for me. It's more like the box of
despair.
Technical difficulties. But I'm back, but it'll probably be for about 5 seconds before the game inevitably has enough of me.
And send you to the Shadow Realm.
Yep. How could you pass on the bug from your PlayStation to mine? How have you managed to do that? What witchcraft are you using?
I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard.
Yes.
I'm a wizard Harry.
You're a wizard, Evil.
Yeah, I am a wizard. And meanwhile, Lakitu currently P3. Robbo up to P4 right now then in the heart. So a very good lap time for him. P5 right now for Casper. P6 for Kai. Still, so as things stand, we've got 2 drivers to set lap times, that being the Mercedes man of Damestar. We've also got Phoenix to set a lap time then. So on board we are then with the Mercedes driver. Currently coming towards the bottom of the cycle, which is turn 14 then. Down the hill and then drop it down. Uphill braking then, so much easier uphill braking. Thrown to left, the rear end always wants to step out here as you rise over the crest then. Almost blind. If a car was parked here, you would have a very much a difficult time avoiding it. But to the line then, Dan's the banking. Run it as close to the wall as you want, but he's going to take it to the right. And he stays P15, so he must have invalidated that.
He's on his out lap.
Ah, well, he's on
his flying lap now.
Yes, he didn't say he was on the lap a minute ago, he said he was on his lap. But here we are on his lap again then, so currently coming through down towards turn number 4. A nice move through that. Purple first sector. And you can just see the Mercedes driver just being nice and cautious right now with Dane as he now rises up over this crest. And it's so easy to lose the rear end around here.
Oh, he's invalidated now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
He's
Phoenix.
a little bit too wide. I think Lewis Hamilton's done that in the past. Just drifting a little bit too wide there. We've also seen him pull off a few times there, I think.
Yeah, meanwhile, Phoenix currently rising up through the order. He's currently in 16th. A little bit wide right there, though, so it's small under rotation.
He wasn't looking very quick last week, so we'll see if he's put into practice. But this time around, he's a little bit wayward there, but down he goes. Not using as much of the track as some of the other guys I've noticed, especially through that downhill left-hander.
Saved all his ERS for the straight then. Let's see what he can do. Needs to be a 1 minute 10.7. Well, the answer to that is he sets a 1 minute 9.7, so exactly 1 second quicker almost to the 1,000th of Jess, minus maybe 25,000 more.
Speaking of Jess, she is coming up the hill now.
Yeah, the Ferrari driver then. So far, 1 second quicker is Jess on this lap time. Then dips it into the little dipper then down here as you rise and sink and rise again over the crest and goes P14 then. So 1 in 9.589 then for just 2 tenths clear of Phoenix. And right now he was currently on a lap time is 4 tenths up on his lap as well. So battle really for that final slot then of those who have not so lap times. I believe as Phoenix ran out of fuel.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yep. But yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, both Jess and Phoenix really failing to use most of the track, as they're very cautious when it comes to pushing the track limits, especially going into the braking zones. If you watch someone like Dane going through that downhill left-hander, you'd notice the right-hand side of the car onto the grassy bit of the circuit just to have that little bit wider turn in through the final corner to be able to carry a bit more speed. So that's another thing to watch out for, as well as some of these quicker guys really know how to get the most out of the track limits around tracks like Brazil.
Yeah, most certainly. This is something where you can see the difference of drivers. You got Legend with 1 minute 7. You got Phoenix right now 1 minute 9. But of course, it doesn't matter your skill level. We're here to have fun, Liam, and I imagine all these drivers most certainly are having fun. It's the final race ever on F1 2020. Next time you'll see us will be, well, hopefully on 2021 if we're not sacked. Hope we're not. But nonetheless,
Hope
we're not. And moving swiftly on from that, Rick's currently in P2, Lakitu in P3. Casper, he's currently on a lap time right now. He's started it. He's currently in P5. Very good lap time for Casper, isn't it?
Is coming through coming to the end of the final sector. He's
not on a lap.
Quite a bit up.
1.2 down on my screen. There hasn't used any of his ERS.
He'll be coming in probably. Yeah, he's coming in this lap. No, he's not. He was gearing up for another run, it seems. Still on five lap old soft tires now, so.
Yeah, it's very interesting that actually. Quite curious what he's doing. Well, we've got 5 minutes to go in qualifying then. A few people on a lap time. Casper currently coming down the hill. He's currently P5, Liam, and that's a very good lap time for him. Purple sector 2 right now as well. And you've got to wonder as well, Casper, who hoping to be moving up in the tiers for the next couple of seasons. He did win this season, of course, by a slender margin. Here we are then, Casper to the line. Can he get himself on the second row? Yes, he can get himself on the second row. Well, it was for a brief second as Dane Stark goes and knocks himself all the way back down to the third row of a lap time of 1 minute 7.136. Puts him just 1 tenth behind a Legend, who's doing a fantastic job in his second outing here in Run Hub.
Yeah, very impressive from Legend. He won the feature race last week after finishing second in the sprint race. So he's in the lead of this last hurrah championship, if we'll call it. So yeah, he's leading the way. He's the man to beat right now.
And he is the man who is going to be trying to do everything. Meanwhile, Sully coming into the pit lane right now. He doesn't validate his lap time. We got Jacko currently on a lap time as well. The roll between him and Nick, fierce as ever as usual. But let's see though, Jacko currently 3 tenths up then in the middle sector. Kingjin has retired from the session. He's happy then with 8th position. Doesn't think anyone can beat him. The cut-off time does seem to be around about pretty flat right now. We've got Okiki needing to lap time. Jacko goes up to P11 right now then. Only driver currently on those medium compound tyres being so far Nick. So he's risking it so far for that chocolate biscuit. Okiki on a lap time as well, but it's invalidated, so he has to go for another run.
He's cutting it very close now. He's only got, 3 minutes, just under 4 minutes remaining. So it's really spooky bum time for him if he wants to make it out. So far, him and Phoenix will be the ones dropping out of Q1.
Yeah, it most certainly will be. Phoenix currently out on an out lap. We've got, wide there, oh dear! And that's the barrier there, and that is Okiki, and it's happened again. And every time I ride on board of Okiki, he ends up crashing inadvertently.
I believe we found the victim of the commentator's curse this week.
Kiki, well, he's kept the engine running, but I think that might be the end of his qualifying. He's letting all the drivers through as well. But poor Kiki, again dropping it. It's almost identical to what he nearly did in podium. So
his wing isn't too bad the damage, and he's got about 2.5 minutes to get it round, get it into the pits, and get back out. Because bear in mind, in online it doesn't. Well, the second you go into your pit garage, your wing is automatically repaired, unlike offline where you get a timer and how long it will take to repair it. So you should theoretically have enough time to get in and get back out and set a lap time, but it will be close.
Yeah, most certainly it will most be close to see if you get a lap time, but Kiki, he's a man who never gives up, and he'll go back to the pit lane. He might get away with it. I mean, 2 minutes to go.
It might have to involve a bit of lawn mowing.
Yes.
To get it done.
Meanwhile, Lakitu goes P1 then in qualifying 1 at least, reminder. This is only Q1 with 1 minute 6.9, so Lakitu, P1, Akiki coming to the pitch. We've got Phoenix as well now coming to the line.
He's not coming to the pits, he's gone for another lap. It's a damaged wing.
14th position then for Akiki. Jess has to go out again. Can now on circuit as well. We're going to have a mad dash limit with just over 1 minute to go. Akiki going for another run. It looks to me, Lola, yeah, there we go. That lap time is over. And that will be the first retirement then in qualifying. Well, the first real drop in qualifying, because Akiki will not be able to get back to the pit lane in time, which is a real shame there to see. But Akiki dropping it into the wall.
You don't mind me saying it's a bit bizarre that he chose to continue on with another lap despite having the damaged wing when he was right next to the pit lane. He could have been out with a fresh wing and fresh tyres as well, but he's chose to go again with a damaged wing. That's a bit of a strange choice, but no doubt it might pay off. Maybe he's going for the it's not the correct session. It's not the correct session for him to try to be playing it for the reverse grid.
Indeed, as there's Sully getting out of the way of Jess currently going through turn number 1 and 2. Then Jessler, the only other driver who needs to improve right now, she needs to try and knock Phoenix out of the running, who's currently in the pit lane. That is the end of their qualifying. Jess, a 10th down in Sector 1 so far, so not looking like there's going to be much improvement. A little bit wayward in towards turn 4 and 5. The K2 is happy with his lap time. He is currently P1 in Q1 and he's jumped out of the car then for a nice cup of tea. But here we are then on board with Jess. Through where Alexander Albon got knocked out. Jess very wayward through there. Really not hooking the front right tyre up at all through this corner. And let's see then, invalidates the lap time. That is qualifying over for Jess as well. And that is your 2 retirements then here in qualifying. It's Jess and Kiki at the back. Phoenix gets through by the skin of his teeth there. 1 minute 8.1. Jess into the pits there. Out as well. So that is your qualifying done. And it's Lakitu and Tom Bravo, the first 2 real big drivers there up front.
Yes, they're looking mighty fast. So, but it is on the Q1, remember?
Yeah.
So maybe some of the other guys are holding back a bit. I do imagine someone like, well, Legend was very well. He's only a 10 faster than Tom Robbo and Legend, so do remember what happened last week. That Legend did take pole, I believe, in Q3. So, or he was P2. Lakitu did take pole, but there was a mistake with the custom grid that meant Legend started first.
Indeed. Well, so far then in Q1, 2 drivers out. That is Jess, Okiki there, knocked down Q1. Nick only got through by the margin. The only driver on those medium compound tyres. Now that could be strategic coming into the race, but remember, it's, I believe, a new lobby after qualifying, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
So Nick just claimed...
qualifying, yeah, for qualifying you start what you qualify on, well, in Q2 will be your tyres for the feature race.
Yeah.
Well, if you make it to Q3 anyway.
Yes, most certainly. That will be true. So it'll be quite interesting to see who is going to be using what tyres in what place. But to be fair, we're also fair to Nick, actually, because that does mean he'll have an extra set of tyres for another lap, which is always pretty good. So he can go for another run compared to the drivers that did use all their tyres in that first part of qualifying. And here we are then in Q2. Slight cloud overhead right now above the track. It's a think about light cloud or medium cloud right now, but it's definitely not overcast. You can see one of the Red Bulls coming out. Now, what one is it? Is it Casper or is it Connor? That's the question. Well, both of them are coming out now, so it's going to be both of them.
Casper's the nope, Connor is the first one out, with Casper right behind him.
Oh. Well, I say that, but then Connor stopped directly in the pit lane to let the AlphaTauri past. Very interesting, right? I don't see that very often.
They've got a big train coming out of the pit lane at the moment.
Both the Alfa Romeos, the AlphaTauri, both of the Red Bulls, the Williams as well. And then everyone flies out circuit the exact same time there, is almost into the wall actually goes Connor, exiting the pit lane. So getting rather close right now. And in terms of Q2, remember 14 minutes to go right now. Slightly less time, then of course we have 12 minutes then in Q3 for the drivers to set their 2 timed laps.
It will be Sully to cross the line first.
Yep, Sully from his teammate Quinef then. So those two going for a tow potentially then. Well, I say that as Quinef then gets right out the way of a few drivers there. So never mind what I thought they were going to go for a nice tow together. But that shows how much I know. Right now, well, here we are then on board with Sully then here in Q2. Had a pretty okay Q1 there. He got into, I believe it was around about that top 10. Remember, of course, it is that top 10 you want to be doing. And you can see right now, a lot of drivers on medium tyres. A lot of them trying for that medium strategy for the feature race.
Yep. So, give me a minute, I will find out who's on what tyre. Yep. So it looks about just over half of everybody is on the mediums, so I think that, well, Phoenix is out on the mediums, because considering he was slower than Nick on mediums, it's a bit odd to see him out, but he was a bit, well, he was slower than on softs and Nick on mediums, so we'll see what happens. I mean, these guys will need to use their soft tyres to get through to Q3, while others won't.
I'm talking about Sully, crosses the line right now, currently the fastest driver on circuit, and the only one. Here comes Phoenix across the line then, and he goes P2, 1 minute 9.4 for him. Connor goes across the line then at 1 minute 7. Casper crosses the line, goes 1 minute 7.747. He's like a Boeing right now, is he? He's flying around the circuit, and he's currently P1. Crossing the line right now, King Gen. Well, he's currently now P1 as well, 1 minute 7.706. So very close there. We've got, of course, no real surprise, the top 4 all on those soft compound tyres, taking out the top 4 positions so far. Next, he crossed the line, I believe, will be Rich. Currently purple in Sector 2 then. On we are with the Racing Point. Crossing the line right now. Currently P13 goes P4 then. Splits Sully and Connor right now. So that is the kind of the benchmark time for those medium runners.
Looking very much like it at the moment. Phoenix with a 1 minute 9.4.
Change stuff. Currently purple in Sector 2. Massive lock up on the front left tyre. And that won't mind too much. Quinef goes P1 then, 1 minute 7.5. So lap times are dropping slightly. Remember, like, some of the drivers can get into the 6s.
Legend, both on their outlaps. Dainstar puts it P1 with a 1 minute 7.5.
Next across the line, I believe it will be Nick. He's currently on a lap time right now. Getting a nice little toe off Danestar right now, so the two teammates kind of working in tandem right there. And that's always good to see then, those two working together. A little bit of under rotation on the front left. Gets it turned in though in the end. And now right up over the crest we go in towards the tricky mid-section of this circuit, which I absolutely adore and despise at the same time, which is rather incredible because it's so easy just to lose all your time here, but it's such a rewarding area, isn't it?
Yeah, I personally don't like it, but if you get it right, it's enjoyable, but it is all down to really getting it right and nailed on whether you enjoy it or not.
And here we are then. Let's see what Nick can do. Currently was the only man on mediums in the last qualifying session, so he's well acquainted with these medium tyres. Cross the line right now, uses all of his ERS possible. Cross the line, it is going to be a 1 minute 7.9, so not too bad effort. That is in the top 10 so far. That is, however, just within, I think, around about that bubble lap time of where you want to be. A 1 minute 7.9 seems to be around where I think the cutoff could potentially be.
Looking very much like it so far. Who are you waiting on?
You've got
is
Legend.
about to start his flying lap.
Let's see then, on board with Legend. Last corner.
Tom Robbo and Legend. Tom Robbo has abandoned his lap after being caught up behind an Alfa Romeo. Here comes Mr. Legend. He's going to go P3 with a purple sector 3.
We need a few lap times and improving. We've got the Q2 on a lap time. We've got Jacko who's invalidated his lap time right now. And you can see by the sky above earlier that it's definitely looking more and more overcast as this qualifying goes on. And you must wonder, is there a potential for rain to be falling in Q3?
Maybe so.
There's always a chance.
I don't believe we've had an update from anybody as to whether or not there will be rain, as Tom Robbo is going again after having to abandon his first flying lap. With Keto now coming through the final corner, looking purple in sector 2 now. So up the hill comes the Renault. Where will he sort out here?
There we go then.
Line he goes. This is a 1 minute 7.2.
Only 3 temps off what you could set on those on the super softs. Remember earlier on,
Just easy soft.
yeah, just soft. My apologies. They're the soft compound tyre compared to these mediums, but
Tom Robbo is purple sector 2.
yeah,
There's a little bit of a twitch at the back end there on the exit.
only finished
Towards the
P2
line
in
comes
Q1.
Tom Robbo. Where's it gonna be? A little bit. I think the twitch at the rear end has cost them quite a bit of time there.
I think he'd be happy.
Jacko is on his way up to the line now. At his first flying lap. What's it gonna be from the other Haas driver? It is a 1 minute 8.0, so not enough to get himself into Q3 as it stands.
Like I said earlier on, Liam, that Nick right now is at the cutoff. Well, he very much is at the cutoff because he's currently 10th. So I got that one pretty close. You've got 2 people to set lap time still. That is Kai SF1 and we've got a Mr. Camke, who's currently sitting down there in 15th position. The man I predicted for a podium.
And Connor, Rich and Danestar all on outlaps at the moment. As Casper's on a flying lap at the moment. He's coming towards the end of sector 2, going through the long downhill left-hander.
4 seconds down.
I believe he's abandoned his
He's
lap.
on the lap, I think.
Well, he's done 0 lap old soft.
You're right then. It might be just a little bit of a slow lap trying to get this tyres to warm up.
Yeah, maybe.
Seen it in real life, remember? Some drivers doing 2 runs on those tyres to get the tyres up to temperature. Well, he's going to be doing another one because he's validated.
That's a bit silly, but Rich is on a flying lap at the moment in the racing points, as well as Connor, who is coming to the end of the middle sector now in the other Red Bull. He's about half a 10 foot on what he should be. He's invalidated there. Look to have lost a bit of time. About a 10 through that middle sector.
Well, Rich on a lap time as well, Liam. Currently up into the middle sector. Currently P9 right now then in the racing point. And now he comes down the hill, short shifting all his way through there. You can see the speed building up. 170 miles an hour into the crest. He's purple in sector 2, up by 2 tenths on his lap time. Remember, this is very close, remember. The set from first down to, first to 11th is separated by under a second right now. Rich across the line, chipping back, good enough for P6. It is good enough around about P6, because he is P6. And now, who's next to do a lap?
On the cut-off, Nick is about to start flying lap. He's got his teammate in front of him of Dainstar, who looks to be about to give him a nice big toe up that hill.
And again,
so a little bit of teamwork going on from the Mercedes boys.
Yep. As in comes Dane across the line and starting his lap time. Comes Nick Len in the Mercedes Len, the black helmet with the black livery.
The Lord of One Hub Racing has begun his lap.
And he's on those soft compound tyres, so he's gambling then on getting up to ideally around about P7 here in qualifying.
Purple
That's where he wants to be aiming. Yeah, it's purple sector 1, so maybe he's aiming for a bit more than P7 then. On the road, it currently comes through turn 5 into 6. A little bit squiggly on the rear end.
It fastest by about 5/500ths of a second in his AlphaTauri.
Going very well so far.
Towards the end of sector 2, it comes Nick. Down the hill he goes for the last time. As he's 6 tenths up with a purple sector 2. So now, all the way up the hill he comes. What lap time is it going to be when he crosses the line? They're moments away from finding out as he just rounds the last kink there up to the line. It is P1! What a lap from Nick there. And that should be him comfortably through to Q3. One Hub Racing's Dark Lord with the fastest time so far.
And the Canadian P1 so far. It's a North American Sam Rids. Meanwhile, because Cam down the back and still not set a lap time right now with 2 minutes to go in qualifying, so he's saving all his chickens till the very last moment. Is Mr. Cam, who so often springs out a surprise like spring chicken would.
Here comes Jacko to start a lap. He will be followed across the line by, it looks like, Sully, and will be then be followed by Connor. We've got 3 guys on the flying laps at the moment.
Indeed, a lot of traffic there, Lole. All got out of the way down the main straight from Jacko, of course. The man who is going to be trying to rival Nick. Those two having a nice friendly, banterous rivalry, as they usually do, which we love to see. A nice friendliness between our 2 favourite little chum boys then. And so far, let's see what the champs can do. So far then, Jacko, getting a little bit of a toe, I reckon, off of Kai, if Kai doesn't back out of the way in this last couple of corners. Let's see, though. Jacko comes down the hill, gets right out of the way there. 3 temps up, it is purple then for Jacko as well. Now, I'm wondering if that is going to be truly the best sector. I don't know if he's going to go purple, but he most certainly could get himself into the top 10 across the line. And it is going to be a position then for Jacko.
5 tenths off next. Next across the line will be Sully, who's quite a bit up, I have to say. So
going for a second lap.
Go again, as Connor has crossed the line. He is P11 still. As here comes Casper now. He's 6 temps up, 7 temps up almost.
Tom
so
Robbo.
Here comes Casper. Tom Robbo's fastest. Here comes Casper now. He puts it P2.
Indeed, so now all of a sudden, a lot of drivers starting to set lap times.
He's invalidated with about 40 seconds to go. Cam has started his last flying lap, or his first flying lap and final flying lap of the qualifying session now. It's the Ferrari man. So where will he shuffle out in this pack of drivers? He's going to be touch and go here as to whether or not he'll have enough fuel to make it around again, and if he chooses to come in again. No, he's going to go again on those medium tyres, so he's gambling on the medium tyres being enough to get through is key. So through the first two corners he goes, now round the long left-hander of turn 3 down towards turn 4 he goes. Cam is coming up to the final corner now, so through the left-hander and up the hill flies Cam. We'll have to keep an eye on him as here he comes up the hill through the last few kinks up towards the line, passing the pit lane now. Yellow flags waving for people slowing down. It's P12, so not enough to get through for Cam. Next up will be Key, who is down in 15th position.
Yeah, the McLaren.
Will this lap time be enough?
Lock up front,
He's
right?
locking up all over the place, so it's looking very scruffy this lap. He's got King in his way, the man in danger of being dropping out here. Up the hill comes Key in the McLaren. Who will be the next to cross the line? I'm not too sure. Kingan's given up, so it will just be Key. What's it going to be? It is P9.
Yeah, P9 then.
Scruffy, but enough.
So,
Send him through.
A small mistake there for Key, but he is through then into Q3, crucially on those medium tyres. So that means to say that we just get those little confirmations that everyone there, so Tom Robbo, Legend, Lakitu, Dane as well, they're all going to be starting on the mediums in that feature race. That's going to be very interesting indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be one to watch for sure. Maybe, well, for Q3, maybe we'll have things spiced up with a bit of rain, because the clouds are very much looming over the circuit here in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, Casper through into Q2. Into Q3, into Q3, Legend, Lakitu, Dane, Quinef, Jacko, Cam as well, Connor and Kingjan, as well as Sully and Phoenix, all out then as well. The top 14 separated by 1 second, then the top 10 by under 6.5 tenths of a second as well. And this is incredibly close between everyone right now. And this is now the fun part of qualifying. Everyone will be starting, or well, will be on those soft compound tyres for sure.
Yep. Well, it's Q3. Everybody's going to be going all out now. So 10 drivers remain. And we have 12 minutes to set the fastest lap possible. Who will emerge with pole position for tonight's sprint race? So tell me, who is your money on?
Well, to get pole, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Lakitu. He's got a good shot at getting pole. We know how quick he was in Q1 when everyone was on those soft compound tyres as well. So let's see what they can do.
I'm going to put my money on Legend because he did look to be one of the faster guys on the mediums in Q2, or maybe even a Mr. Tom Robbo, who also looked mighty fast on his medium tyres in Q2. But maybe the overcast conditions really helping the Haas and the AlphaTauri, but riding on board with Tom Robbo, you can see the sun starting to appear through the clouds at the moment, so things are brightening up once again here in Brazil.
Most certainly this could make qualifying 3 one to remember. Casper, he disconnected, I believe, there because he's just rejoined the session. Now that's interesting to see, but a slight disconnection right there, and that's always possible unless he left and rejoined there, but I'm not quite sure what exactly happened. But we got Danestar on a lap time right now. They're the first flying lap time of Q3 then, and that looks to be like it's going to be very quick. Well, it's going to be the quickest lap time of Q3 to start with, because he, of course, being the first man to set a lap time in Q3, of course, means he's P1, normally.
the genius logic behind that statement.
Currently, a bit of a lock-up again. Seems a lot of drivers, Liam, locking up through that corner, especially this one as well. It's slightly off cam, but you're turning and braking at the same time. It's so easy to snag a brake as well, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. It's always tricky, especially if you're not running with ABS, which I imagine none of these guys are. There's another lock-up for Dane this time on the front left. So it's showing how on the limit these guys are, that to get pushed that little bit further. It's just going to lock the front tyres, and it's a 1 minute 7.2 from Danestar. Who will be next?
When F crosses the line.
It's P2.
Lakito.
Followed by Lakito.
Not the lap.
No, I don't believe he was on a lap.
Nick crosses the line so far, then goes P2 then for Nick on the front row. 12 100ths of a second off of pole position. Jacko up to P4. Next to cross the line, it will be, I believe, Kai then.
He's on an outlap key, so it will be Lakito.
Yeah, it will be then. So, Lakito, the one to watch. Coming down the hill, and let's see what he can do. A bit of a twitch though on the rear end. Gets the front end turned in though. On point so far. That's Casper also now on an outlap as well. Lakito purple in Sector 1. It was purple in Sector 2. So far, the man who was in the 1 minute 6s in Q1 was up the front in Q2. What can he do in Q3? Can he get himself into the low 1 minute 6s? I think there's always a possibility. Well, he goes into the mid 6s, a 6.6. 1.6.
Next up is, I believe, Tom Robbo. Yep, here comes Tom Robbo now. And here comes across the line. It is P1 for Tom Robbo. He goes a 10th quicker. And next will be Casper in the Red Bull.
Kai.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's
he's on that purple in Sector 2, then in the McLaren. So another driver, another lap time. Where can he go then in the McLaren? Can he get himself on the front row? Can he get pole? It's P3 then. In that car.
Casper is off. Casper has made some sort of mistake towards the end of Sector 2. There's a bit of grass on his tyres. I'm not too sure what's happened to Casper. Legend's still in the pits. Well, we have a Mercedes on the way out of its pit box.
Oh, Casper going to go for another lap.
There's Danestar on his way out.
Horrible
Big block
front
up through turn 1. Yeah. Tyres are really taking a beating so far in this qualifying session. But up the road from Casper is Dane, and following him out is Legend. The Legend will be one to watch out for. He has shown he has the pace to be up there with the likes of Lakito and Tom Robbo. And I believe it is his second ever outing with one hub. And speaking of Lakito, he's a 10 foot and going through the middle sector.
Yeah, Lakito going up on lap times.
A big twitch at the back end from Lakito coming out with that left-hander. He has got Legend in front of him. Will Legend move out of the way, or will he give him a tow going up the hill? It's a purple Sector 2 from Lakito now. Looks like Legend is going to give him the tow up the hill. A little bit.
Oh, Lakito's coming in.
Lakito's coming in despite going purple in Sector 2. Maybe he's run out of fuel, or running critically low on fuel. But Legend has started this flying lap with a horrible lock-up on the front left, like most drivers. Out of turn 3 goes, down towards turn 4. He has the Red Bull of Casper and the Mercedes of Danestar ahead. Danestar on a lap and about 10 foot in the first sector.
Yeah, Danestar looking very good so far then. to potentially get that car up into the 1 minute 6s as well. Needs to find a bit more time in Sector 2 as well. The fast lap time 1 minute 6.5 there from Tom Robbo, but it's currently a 2 tenths up, so he might get himself around about P4, give or take. If he gets this last corner absolutely hooked up, then it looked pretty good for me. Coming to line, then can Dave start get himself on that second row of the grid? Let's see, crosses the line. Yes, he does just about
Next up
get himself.
Legend. He's coming up to the line now. I'm not sure if he was purple or not, but it is P2. It's P2 for Legend in the AlphaTauri.
Nick then coming up to the line. He's up by a tenth or two in Sector 2. Comes to the line then for the Mercedes man. And can he get himself up the order? Well, he does improve, but not by enough. He currently remains a P7 right now.
The Haas of Tom Robbo starting another flying lap now. So keep an eye on him as he goes through the first 3 corners now.
And looking so far, it's good for him. Currently P1, 4 minutes to go then in qualifying. His lap time in the first sector, identical.
He has matched his first sector time now.
And you gotta wonder then, where can he find time? Well, he couldn't find any time in Sector 1, that's for certain. Down he comes into this little Mickey Mouse area of the circuit. You wind one way, you wind the other, up, down, you shake it all about. But Tom Robbo is very much doing the hokey pokey, and let's see what he can do. Down the hill he comes, and is it going to be purple when he gets that? It's red.
Just about a 10th, just under a 10th there, so it's going to have to be an almighty exit from the final corner to get him further up the field.
He's coming in.
He's coming in.
Gladjun in the pit lane as well.
has given up on his lap time.
Invalidated.
The P2 is on an out lap now. So he will be the next man to start an out lap, I believe, unless... No, but it will be Rich in the Racing Point, who's coming through the last corner now up the hill. So he's on his way to start his last flying lap. He's going to need to build up as much speed as possible up towards the line now. He begins his final flying lap of the session with 2.5 minutes to go. Into turn 1, another lockup. This time for Rich. So first through the first 3 corners he goes, now flying up towards turn 4 and before he begins going downhill. He's a 10.5 up. Now down the hill he goes through turn 4, and now back up the hill he goes through the middle sector and into the tight and twisty section of the track. Now he gets it nice and tidy through there, a little lockup. He keeps it nice and tight through the left-hander, power down early, no issues with traction. Now nice and wide here, getting it hooked onto the apex. Car does rotate nicely. Now towards the end of sector 2 he goes. How much does he improve by? He's purple in sector 2, he's about 2.5 tenths up, so up the hill he goes now. Now through the final few kings under the Emirates sign, now past the pit lane and up towards the line. It is going to be a 1 minute 6.9. It's going to be P7 for Rich, followed by Quinneth, who I believe has given up on his lap and will be going for another one.
The key 2 across the line goes P1 then. So the key 2 then up into pole position at 1 minute 6.4.
P10 despite improving by a 10.5.
Next across the line, it might well be, I believe we've got Legend on a lap time, we've got Dane on a lap time, Kai, we've got everyone on a lap time, Rich on an invalidated lap time.
Legend just under half a tenth up through the first sectors. Lakitu has gone off. After turn 4, he looked to have gone a bit wide, almost causing a collision with Legend there in the AlphaTauri. So through the middle sector he goes, through all the tight and twisty section now of this Brazil circuit. Power down, and here we go, through the most important section of the lap.
How much has he improved Liam? Quinneth, purple in sector 2, and this could be a very good lap time for the Alfa Romeo driver then. Across the line, was half a second up. P6 then for him. Next across the line will be the Mercedes, I believe, of Dane Start. He crosses the line, goes P4 then, so he slots himself in.
He's not improved, but I think he will go again. Horrible first corner there.
Kai not improving on the lap side.
Tom Robbo about half a temp up for the first sector. So keep an eye on Tom Robbo now, as he's on his way into the tight and twisty sections of this middle sector. A little lock up there, but otherwise nice and tidy. Casper has retired from the session. Tom Robbo up towards this final right-hander, and now down the hill he goes for the final time towards the sector 2 split. He's up by 2.5 seconds, well 2.5 tenths there, sorry. It's a purple sector 2 from Tom Robbo. Now up the hill he goes. This is looking like the lap that will secure him pole position unless Lakitu is on a lap. No, he is not. So up towards the line, it is pole for Tom Robbo, and I'm not sure what he's just hit. I think he's hitting the plan of Key.
And that there is a horrible accident.
Bloody hell, what's going on there? I just seen him come across the line and just steamroll into a McLaren.
Indeed, a most horrifying accident. You can see the other cars coming in. Oh God!
Oh,
and
who is this now?
That's Legend now involved, and we're going to have to call the international rescue across the line. There has been an incident as Nick crosses the line. Now. And corpses everywhere.
I need to see a replay of that. I would very much like to see a replay of that incident.
But Tom Robbo on pole position from the key 2. Legend had a Dane, Casper had a Quinneth, Kai had a Nick, Rich and ahead of Jacko, who starts in 10th position, and that there is qualifying done. And now we get ready for another lobby. But remember, I believe we stay in the lobby still, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
I'm not quite sure.
It's probably because he has set it for... What's it, just to be a qualifying session or something. He might change it or something, I don't know. What's going to happen?
Yes, well, I believe we have to leave it. I think, yeah, no, it's the next race, which is slightly different.
We got in trouble last time we left the lobby, so we'll stay in it this time.
Oh, I've left it.
Have you?
I've left it.
Okay. Oh no, you're going to get in trouble again. You will be sacked this time.
Oh no, I've left as well. I don't think we're meant to.
Oh yeah, I've stayed in the lobby. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna rejoin the lobby. Quick rejoin of the lobby, then. We'll pretend I didn't do that.
Just get the classic cars up and no one will notice the difference. Just discuss the classic cars while you wait for instruction. Also, I do believe no one has answered our question as to which was the best tea.
Yeah, so default it means Yorkshire tea is the best tea. There we go. So Yorkshire tea is the only tea.
Say it is. I personally say it is Tetley's tea bags that are the best. Not sure. Yep, everyone is leaving the lobby. Yes, they're getting very creative at the moment. They're getting disqualified from the formation lap.
Yes, and here we see everyone getting disqualified from the formation lap, which is always good. And then they'll all retire, I imagine.
Yeah. So we won't get to see the fireworks. I just watched Casper take out Key. Why is there a racing point pointing squint across the start-finish line?
It's fine.
It's fine. Nope. Tom Robbo's turned in on Quinneth. Jacko and Rich are still going. Connor's hit a barrier.
Well, this is most
entertaining. Will someone do the little jump here and go flying? No. I was on board with Connor. You can use that little jump there before that right-hander and go flying into the Nivea sign.
Yes, fatal incidents do occur, most certainly, but nonetheless, this is an enthralling formation. This is F1 to do this.
I know, we need F1 to be, well, a demolition derby on the formation.
Wreckfest Formula 1 edition.
Yep. Get an F1 car in Wreckfest.
Yeah, well, yeah, Sully disqualified. So I think we're going to be getting everyone disqualified from the session. I believe apart from Jacko, who's not in the session, so it means I think they have to rejoin.
Yep. So Jacko will be the one in trouble for leaving the lobby as well. So it won't just be here.
Well, here we are then. Getting ready to go then from this race. And... go! And everyone's off! This is fantastic! Oh my dear lord, they've all gone. It's the worst start I've seen in the entirety of my life. And oh god!
I've just seen someone's tyre be eaten by a barrier.
And this is the worst start I've ever seen in the whole of my life. Well, this is most certainly enthralling, and oh god, and the safety car deployed, and I think is everyone going to run into the safety car? Go on, grab the safety car, everyone. Go on, go to the safety car. Go get him. Getting him, boys. Go get the safety car. No? Yeah! And here, only professional content.
Lap one, I have to say, a very entertaining lap one. Cam is now leading the race.
Okay.
Who will be the one to take Cam out of this race?
I don't think anyone's given. Oh, well, Cam is the one to take Cam.
Wow,
oh my god!
Cam has been eaten by a barrier. Phoenix is the only one who remains. Come on, Phoenix, be creative. Be creative with your DNF.
Let's see.
On.
Is he going to be creative with the death?
Circulating.
Oh, here we go. Oh, and it's a barrier and a spin.
I'll give you a B, just because you put in at least some effort.
I'm going to give that one a 2 out of 10.
Bit harsh.
A golden star for trying as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and some controversial comments there in the chat. I don't think I can be saying that one on stream there, but he's better than another league. We're all going to be nice about that. We can't lower our standards to be taking shots like that, Mr. Colin. Naughty.
I cannot see his chat message.
You can't see his chat message. Wow.
No, I'm looking at it through my phone, and unfortunately, it won't show me the chat message.
Wow, it's spicy. Dexter saying the stewards are going to be busy after that start. I think everyone's getting themselves a penalty. Let's look at the race director. Let's look at the incidents, and as you can see, everyone's naughty.
There's many incidents.
Well, there you go. There you go, stewards.
Multiple
Please.
5-second time penalties. You have someone with a drive-through, another person with a drive-through, and multiple invalidated lap times. Colin saying racing incident in the chat.
Dexter saying no further action in the chat. I don't think there's too many penalties, but they can't hand it out. I think they'll all be at the retirement home by the end of that one. Mango Man saying he was confused, but here we are then, back in the lobby. All of us back again.
Yes, for those silly people who left.
Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't leave.
Yes, you did. You said so.
It
It was on stream as well.
No.
So unless you plan on hijacking the Twitch and never uploading it, then it is forever out there.
Yeah. Let's get ready to go then. In just a few minutes time for 25% race before we of course get the 50% race afterwards. Don't forget as well, if you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, as well as like following us on Twitch and other Twitch related things.
Follow our Twitch, follow our Twitter,
follow everything. Links are somewhere below.
Links will be somewhere. Links will be somewhere. Follow the Twitch, follow the Twitter, subscribe and like on the YouTube. And I believe they have Instagram as well, so find us there as well.
I don't know if they got. Maybe they have Instagram. And by the way, I think we can say sponsors and partners and all. I think we've got to do that. I don't know. We're going to do it anyway.
So. We didn't do it last week.
I'm going to do it. I want to say thank you to all our sponsors for this season, nonetheless, because they've been very nice to us, and we love our sponsors and partners and collaborators. So, of course, thank you to our sponsors,
and
Next Level Racing.
Just trying to make sure he doesn't get in trouble here.
And thank you to our sponsors, Next Level Racing, sponsor the league by finding a GT-like cockpit to the giveaway winner. That was, I believe, to JM actually who got that. The GT-like cockpit for that, if I'm not too mistaken. Well, Liam RBS, who did give us all the trophies for the season, as I'll never get via his Twitch at Liam RBS. Our honorary mention to him as well. I've loved watching his videos. It's actually quite entertaining. Of course, Free Sim Racing. They sponsor the league providing a pair of their sim racing gloves to the driver of the most poles and fast laps. Now, I'm not quite sure who got that, actually. Someone in the chat might let me know, actually, who got that. Dexter saying they do have an Instagram, and I'm sure he'll let me know who got the sim racing gloves. And to our partners, Vespertine, who support the championship prizes, and the Going Get Tough award, which was to Jess as well. And if you want the collaboration of any of the racing tracks, I don't think they've got the SD store's got the code on, but it is One Hub Racing.
I do believe the White Fountain and Netski were the people who won the sim racing gloves. Checking the Discord server.
Yes, well, most certainly, but there we go. And that is our
and off we go.
Yes, and off we go. And let's get ready to go then, here. And directly on Q as well, the Stream Elements brought up the sponsors as well, so I could read them as well. It's almost like it was foretold, how I would say that exact term. Sorcery. Let's see what the weather's going to be
Dexter,
then.
Thank you for confirming that Netski and White Fountain won the sim racing gloves. Thank you for backing me up.
And I think I was right on the other ones. I'm pretty certain the GM did win the light cockpit.
I don't know. You'll have to have Mr. Dexter confirm that.
I'm 99.9% sure because he posted a picture.
You'll find out when Dix inevitably decides to correct you, as it's very overcast for the sprint race.
Yes, it's very overcast. Now I'm wondering what the weather's going to be like. Remember, everyone on those soft combat sides.
Here we go. The Stream Elements once again coming in handy, saying that you can visit the website here with the link to it.
Yes. Foretold in the prophecy.
Just confirming what you were saying yes he did.
Yes, I thought he did because he did post a picture of it, and if he didn't win it, then I'm wondering. Magic. Nonetheless, yes, GM1. Jess also got the Going Get Tough award as well. Now, I would have personally given it to Rikiki, in my opinion. He very much was Going Get Tough because I cursed him every lap of the season, and he never left or beat me up. I probably would have.
Where you live.
He probably will find me eventually, but nonetheless,
he will find you inevitably, and he will beat you up for cursing him.
Yes. Nonetheless, I think at least he won't DNF in this race, hopefully.
You say that, why are you saying these things? You're just digging yourself a deeper hole.
Get that 6 foot hole. Running at 5 foot right now. Well, there we go then. 8 seconds to go. Then we've got our formation lap as well to go. And, well, the weather might be cloudy above. Our spirits aren't dampened, however.
Cloudy is an interesting word. I would say...
Very cloudy.
Yes, very cloudy.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
No, cloudy with a chance of heavy rain.
Cloudy with a chance of vroom vroom sounds. There we go.
Yes, cloudy with a chance of F1 cars.
Yes, just walk outside and you get hit by an F1 car.
Yep. F1 cars falling from the sky. That's what everyone wants. Make it happen.
Yes, needed to happen. Well, here we are then. 18 laps ahead of the drivers. What could be a very much an interesting scene then?
Oh, Key has gone for the hard tyres. That is a choice.
Yeah, everyone on the mediums, bar 1 or 2 on the softs. Now, it's quite interesting to see the alternating strategies here, because some drivers going for mediums, some going for hards, some going for soft. So Danestar's going for the win of this race. Now, who is going to win it is another question.
We've got to get softs 18 laps. We're in Brazil.
So we're normally quite heavy around here, as you can see Tom Robbo warming those tyres up. And we're spinning the car out as well as we get ready then for the last corner to begin the final of 2 races on this game. I hope you've enjoyed this game. I hope you've enjoyed this textbook stream as well.
Yep. It's a very, very textbook stream where we have... Basically, we can get away with saying random stuff. It's basically just a bit of fun. We can get away with debating the best type of tea.
Yes. Dexter, what's the best type of tea, if you like tea?
Yeah, Dexter's saying his money is on Dainstar.
And it's got a good shot. Now, let's see if Dainstar can win.
See, if we were discussing these things during the actual season, Jess would have our heads on a spike.
Yes. Probably, but nonetheless...
Not probably, definitely.
Yeah, probably. No, definitely. 100%.
Right, here we go.
Tom
They're all
Robbo
lined up on the grid.
on the right.
Take us away, Tom Robbo.
Nikito on the left. Here we are then. 5 red lights. And when they go off, we are underway then here in Brazil. Lights out. And away we go. Good start then from Tom Robbo. Good start, it looked like that from the front too. But it is going to be, Tom Robbo leads from Nikito. Casper in 3rd position so far. Round the outside there. Danestar having a look on the inside of turn 1. Jess having a poor start down the back. Drops down into 17th position. As everyone slots themselves down the hill then. Here on that number 1. One car on the inside. There is a Red Bull having a look up the inside. That looked like that would have been, I believe, Connor up the inside of 1 or 2 cars. Indeed, he looks like he's got that position through. As everyone looks like they've got themselves scot-free up the hill for the first lap.
Just to quickly mention something, Okeke and Sully have decided they want to switch teams. Okeke is now has now signed for McLaren, and Sully has decided he wants to go to Renault instead of Alfa Romeo.
We've got a car off, and that's Kingen off. He's spun it around, and well, I said they all got through on that one. Well, they all got through bar 1 on that one here in Formula 1, and that one car being Kingen, who has not survived that one.
Mr. Danestar is currently lining up Casper into turn 1 we go.
He's going to have a little lunge lane into turn number 1. He is.
Go for it. Here he goes. Fighting, but Casper is holding on.
Yep, Casper, he's a wily old fox. This one, he's a wily old coyote. Let's see if he's going to just cross him, but here we are then. Danestar has the inside line. Up the inside, but again Casper giving absolutely no quarters between the pair of them as they come up the hill. Now who is going to blink here? Is it going to be Danestar holding the outside line? That's going to be brave stuff there if he can. Thinks better of it now. Can he get the inside line? Down the inside he goes then, late braking there from the Mercedes. The Red Bull forced out wide, but the Red Bull just has a nose in. Now has to back out. What's a little battle between those two they're having right now? Look at that, the inside Legend.
On the inside. Oh, squeaky.
And this is getting a little bit squeaky right now at the inside.
Yeah.
And now back down the inside comes Legend and into the last corner. Can he get the car turned in? Yeah, he nearly gets it in. Now look here at Nick.
It's gonna go around the outside. No.
Might get 2 and 1. Here we go then. What's up for Casper? Let's see. Nick's going to go free abreast then. In towards turn number 1. Who's it going to be on the brake? Is it going to be Nick? They're going to be running side by side. Oh, God! He's spun. And Nick, they're up into 4th position. He's got the locks. What a move. And here now comes Kai up the inside. This is incredible.
We all knew going 3 wide into turn 4, well, turn 1 we did badly. And it turns out it did. Lakito sitting about 5-6 times back from a Mr. Tom Robbo. Casper all over the back of Key.
Rich nearly dropped it there. On the top of the crest, Lakitu currently in 2nd. Akiki, meanwhile, currently down there in P15, has made up a couple of places. I say that. I have to say that as he goes off the road. Don't you hit that wall. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Do hit it.
Has he?
He tapped it. He tapped it. Alright.
See what the world is coming to when you keep cursing drivers. Here comes Lakito into turn 1. Interesting camera angle there on the spectator cam.
And he's got it. Through then into P1. Tom Rover in 2nd. Daystar in 3rd. Nick in 4th. Doing a stellar job right now in that car. As in comes Akiki. Oh, dear Lord. And that there was almost monstrous accident. We got both the Red Bulls off. And Casper off the road. Connor off the road as well. Both of them at the same second there. Yellow flags flying high. But a small mistake there. But both of them seem they've got away. And now look who it is. It's Cam and Casper. It's those two battling. It's the double K. They're battling again. It's like podium all over. It's like the podium here, just watching. It's Cam and Casper. Kiki's is getting cursed by me. Things are normal.
Well, yeah, things are normal for me. Danestar and Nick running 3rd, 4th with Key behind them. It's like precision tier all over again.
Indeed, if someone says please show the gaps, and there you go, you can have the gaps. I forgot about that. In terms of penalty, only 6 seconds for Kiki.
They'll get you in trouble for it, for not showing the gaps.
Yeah, meanwhile, let's see the 2 Mercedes starting to open up. The Kita now pulling that gap ever so slightly from Tom Robbo. Danestar will be trying to close up. Akiki, another 3-second warning there for track extending. Kai currently in 5th. Quinneth ahead of Legend. Sully ahead of Casper. Cam ahead of Rich. And Len Jacko slots himself in P12 ahead of Phoenix, who's rising. Jester's currently up into P14 right now, ahead of Connor, who's in the pit lane, Akiki, and Kingjun.
Yes, at the moment, who's looking the closest battle on track? It's looking like Casper, Sully, Cam, and Rich at the moment. They've got a little bit of a train starting to form behind Sully.
Yeah,
surely soft tyres are going to be getting very worn.
What about lap 9 or 10 I imagine these tyres should be getting to before they start to get around about the 40 to 50% mark, if memory does serve. Meanwhile, battle here between Casper and Sully. Casper up the inside then, slightly squeezed to the inside, but Casper in the Red Bull up the inside. Has he got it then into turn number 1? Yes, he has, Len. And now following through is going to be Cam. Sully using all the track and a bit more there to try and come back. And he's going to go back up the inside. Easy Len on those soft compound tyres. Back past Casper he goes. As these two scrap themselves. There is a bit of a tank slapper Len for Casper. Cam just sitting behind, looking for and tasting the rainbow. Wondering where he can go with reserve helmet. Casper small lock-up, Cam small lock-up.
You mentioning the soft would go about 10 laps. That would probably be around the 50% rate. In a 50% race, they'd be about that. So bear in mind the tyres will wear up much quicker in 25% rate.
Yeah, most certainly. So let's find out, of course, what they can do. You can see Sully just about holding on this battle right now. And I'm wondering, up front you can see Legend trying to close up on Gwyneth. And let's see, this should be the battle then for 6th and 7th. And there, Legend up the inside of the Alfa Romeo, the Alfa Tauri. Behind them, it's still status quo between 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And that is, of course, from Rich to Sully in reverse order.
Gwyneth is lining Legend up, but he's not got enough ERS to make a move.
I mean, all talking about who has got enough ERS, that is Casper.
Back up the inside of Sully. These two are inseparable right now. Cam's just licking his lip behind them, waiting for one of them to inevitably crash into each other. Rich as well, being very patient and waiting for something to go wrong, because in League Racing, something always does.
Meanwhile, behind them, Jacko also closing up as well, so a bit of contact right there.
Giving Sully a lot of
weak nudge right there, slight bit of bumping, barging, but they carry on.
This is not NASCAR, remember. We do not do bump drafting in F1.
You can do. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, it usually ends up with the car in front
on fire in a barrier.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
barrier usually.
Jacko.
Legend is about 8.5 times behind Key.
Casper, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings right there. As well, you can see the penalties there so far. 9 for Okiki.
Okiki is very penalty happy at the moment. Very happy picking up as many penalties as possible. If there was a prize for getting the most penalties in one race, I'm sure he would win it. I'm pretty certain.
I think the most I've seen is 36 seconds in a race before.
Well, more because after you get 36, the next penalty you would get disqualified.
Oh, we got yellow flag, safety car. Now, what's that for? Phoenix. Now he's gone up. Now where's that? That is going to be. He's dropped out here on board of Jess.
Barrier.
Yeah, he's hit the metal Armco barrier, that front right suspension hanging off that. And while that, you might say, has saved some of the drivers. Now I'm wondering if any of these guys are going to come in the pits who can, like Casper and that.
Gwyneth, Sully, also one Rich, Jacko.
And this is going to really work out for these guys.
It's a bit bizarre how Phoenix's front right was hanging off, even though the barrier was on the left-hand side where he had.
Unless he spun it completely and then that car's looped around. But it's very odd.
Yeah, it's a very odd accident.
I'll tell you what, this is very much spiced this race up now, hasn't it? Because Gwyneth, Casper, Rich, Jacko, Sully, those guys are all going to jump everyone right now. They're going to be right up the order. This is going to completely change the landscape of this race, especially if these drivers that are on these tyres still need to come. Remember, it is till lap 16, so we have got some 8 laps to go. Let's see if anyone decides to come in the pits, but right now, surely your best bet is to try and remain track position.
Maybe, but never underestimate what fresh tyres can do for you. Will anyone at the front decide to peel off into the pits? Lakitu settles for a dummy there. No one comes in. They'll stick line to stern at the moment.
And here we are.
Window for the softeners. They're open.
No one seems to have come in the pit lane, of course, so this could be interesting. Then with 6 laps to go, as King Jun and Okiki are scrapping away their AI versus non-AI, so that's why they are so far down the back.
Will we have to wait for them, or will the safety car just get fed up and just go anyway?
Here we are as well.
Sun coming through again. So as it stands, if it is a reverse grid for feature race, Kingen will be starting first.
Yeah, it will be. So it's very interesting to see what the order is in all of this. So, of course, right now, to be fair, you've got to think the likes of these guys down the back. These, I think the safety car is coming in less lap, is it not? I'm wondering. Let's see.
I do not know. We will find out. We usually know about now, surely.
Yes.
Yep, there we go.
On cue. So, Puff, Kingdon, and Okiki right now is wanting to get a hurry on right now, I imagine, because
It's an AI car, I believe. And Kingen can't overtake him. There's not an AI anymore, so he's back.
let's see, but that's not going to matter too much because I think they're going to catch the back of this queue. Because here comes the key to it. These guys are bolted now. Those two have been left behind, which is a real shame to see.
As Okiki has
dropped
gone
it.
exploring.
Yeah, he's gone exploring, but down into turn number 1 then, so it's
Oh, here comes Danestar. Oh, he's cut the first corner. Bit spicy between Dane and Tom Robbo there. Dane had cut across on the first corner. So
let's see, but Dane
sure
ahead, but on the inside, bang! Contact! And he always drops it! He keeps on the island just about there, Tom Robbo!
These two really do not like each other right now. Will Dane send it? No, he's not. He's being patient. But those two are really not getting along out on track at the moment. Be interesting to see that from someone like Nick's point of view. Because I didn't get the best view of it.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a dive there. It looked a little bit cheeky there, but he's got the move done. It was a fair, he had the inside line. It was just that type of incident. No damage done to the pair of them. And now we're talking about with Danestar. Can he come back? Can those tyres last another 5 laps is the question. Because as in they are, as you can see there, we've got O'Sullivan going round. And that there is Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He's launched it! Oh, that was close.
This is getting spicy there between these two drivers. You got Kai, you got Cam, you got Sir Gwyneth coming through this field as well. This could be very much the battle between these last couple of moments.
Kingen fixing a penalty. Oh, Gwyneth's round!
Gwyneth's dropped it, and we might get a safety car there as well, if we're not too unlucky.
No, I believe everything will be fine.
This race is
Surely if there was
incredible.
a safety car now, all those guys who didn't stop would come in for a fresh set of tyres.
No, I would stay out. I would very much stay out. If you came in right now, you are not winning this race. And you want to win this race. I imagine Sully with a 3-second time penalty. Can Danestar do anything to try and get Tom Robbo? Here we are then. He has DRS, I think, this next lap. So
Next lap.
he'll have it down in towards turn
Using
4.
his ERS.
Is he going to have a lunge?
50% of his battery saved up.
Casper and Cam battling away. Meanwhile, down the back, Casper up to 7th.
Back end is very dodgy. Tom Robbo's got all his ERS saved up. Defend from Danestar.
It's an incredible battle right now between these two drivers.
Legend is all over the back of Nick now, so both Mercedes in some sort of battle now.
Bit of a lock up on the front right.
Casper's closing up on these guys as well. Oh, Dane's made a mistake and Nick's passed.
Yeah, I think those tyres are gone, Liam. I think those tyres are going because look, you can see that they're struggling and dropping now. Nick up onto the podium. The question is, how long can those tyres last? Could we see a repeat of Silverstone with both Mercedes running into trouble then here at the dying stages? Because look at Legend coming now. He's going to attack these guys as well. Are these tyres about to give way? You can see them oscillating there on my screen. Legend to the outside. Can he do it on the brakes? Round the outside, the Mercedes on the inside. Contact, bang, bang, bang. They're off the road. This is incredible. Now here we're going to be almost 3 abreast then. And this is incredible stuff. Here we are. We might be almost 4 wide. They are almost 4 wide, but this can't work.
Here comes Kino.
Oh, Contact from the AlphaTauri.
Some very questionable defending from Dainstar here. Is launching it in all the wrong places. His tyres are gone now, and he knows that. So he's getting really aggressive. He gave Legend almost no room through the first corner, and then into turn 2 he was pinched basically right onto the inside line, so he had nowhere to go almost but straight on, and then down the straight towards turn 4 he was almost pushing him onto the grass.
Yeah, most certainly it was a contact there. Dainstar then into 6th. Now can Nick hold on for 2 laps of this to get that podium position, or is it going to be taken away at the dying embers of this race? Lakitu looks like he's got this in the bag. We've got, I believe, 1 lap to go. After this one, is it going to be Lakitu, Tom Bravo, is it going to be Nick, or is it going to be a surprise podium for Kyle Casper?
I think Casper, with fresher soft tyres than both of these guys, is probably the favourite to get this podium if he gets past Key quickly enough. Looking at the ERS situation, they both have all 3 of them have almost no ERS left. So it's all going to be down to really the grip left in their tyres and straight line speed, really. So Nick's going to have to be on the ball here if he wants to keep his podium.
Yeah, we're certainly yellow flags. That's
Dainstar.
Dainstar. Has he got a puncture? I'm wondering.
He has. I think so.
No puncture.
No, he's not. He's just very slow at the moment.
Those tyres screaming like a proverbial dog right now. But here we go then on board with Nick. And Kai, is Kai close enough? He's not yet. Might get it down into turn 4 line. Last lap of this race. Can Nick do anything?
Gonna have to go for the dive if he wants to get the position. Nick planting it in the middle of the road. Casper too far back to get anything. He's got to go for a dive at some point if he wants to get that 3rd place.
Yeah, let's see if he can do anything then. It's going to have to be down into the bottom area of this circuit. Can't do it there, can't do it here. The only next place he can do it will be a lunge into Albon corner. He's too far back right now. Is he saving all of it just for a last lap lunge with the DRS? Yellow flags there, and that is a lap car of Akiki getting out of the way of everyone. But here comes Lakitu then to win this race on track, I believe. Surely, I think he has one because it's lap 17. That should be the end of that race. Indeed, it is the end of that race.
Nick's gonna keep the podium.
I think he has. I think he did just do it then. Oh my dear lord. Oh my god, he's upside down. Casper's upside down. I think he's... my dear lord.
I missed it. I missed the flying Red Bull.
Wow. That there, absolutely spectacular.
Did you get the penalties up on screen?
I have the penalties up on screen. I had them up just across the line and all the timings. But there we are. That then is that. But dear lord. Casper has flown into the stratosphere there. Oh my dear, that's going to be a horrible accident.
Jacko's tried to murder a McLaren and missed. Or a Renault or whatever it was. He's tried to fly towards it and he's missed just and then flying into a barrier. Oh my goodness. Can we do this for every race? Can we have this format every week, please?
This is absolutely textbook.
Some not so nice words are being said about Dainstar by Legend in the chat.
And as I was saying, did I catch the overtake on Jez? I didn't catch the overtake at the end there because we're looking at the front, which is a real shame there if you missed any battle. But there you can see the reorder of what happened. So Rich won this race from Jacko in P2. Kai had a Sully. Nick finished in P5 there. 100% the official order.
Oh yes, this is 100% the official order, with the Mercedes in 5th and 7th, and a Williams in P6.
Biblical.
So the main race to go now. So back to the usual 2-stop rules. We go. Oh, Danestar has replied to Legend. It's time to get the popcorn out.
Some spicy meatballs.
Oh, people are saying the game's crashed on them.
Plisno Crasserino.
No, it's just a few people that have crashed.
I don't want to die. Once again. Kiki saying, don't worry about me cursing him. But if you ever watch the stream, I made some interesting sounds. Because of it. And that happens a lot. But here we are though, we're going to have another race. And my place isn't blown up. This is biblical.
You say that. It's not blown off yet.
Yet. Other people's games are crashing, but mine has not.
I think they should let us drive for this race.
No, I don't know if we're allowed to do that, Chief. I mean, you can ask.
We're not, but it would be fun to let the commentators drive around and commentate at the same time. Interesting. Would be an interesting premonition.
Oh, yes, as I'm getting told off in another chat, but nonetheless.
Yeah, which chat have you been told
off?
Not
our league chat, which is always good.
Yes.
Trouble with someone else, but nonetheless, it's not my problem. Oh dear.
There's a big argument kicking off in.
Excellent.
Legend has being told off for his creative use of language in the chat. Ooh.
But we got the response, by the way, of what is the best beverage, Yorkshire tea, or what is the best tea? It's beer.
Interesting choice, but we didn't ask what is the best beverage. We asked what is the best kind of tea. So it's not your answer. It's a good answer, but it's not relevant to the question we asked. It's not relevant to our debate.
Yes. And meanwhile, if you can hear any screaming outside of children, it's not me. It's yeah. It's
Care to explain yourself?
It's Scouts.
See, I get that at home as well. I get children out in the street kicking, playing football and all that.
Yes. A comment as well. All tea is equally awful, and this man should be taken away.
This man needs to be locked up and never heard from again.
But then again, I don't like tea either. But there's the almighty tea, and there's everything else. Well, I think we'll be getting ready to go in a moment. Ready for waiting around a little bit.
But yes, lock this man up who's saying all tea is bad.
Let's see then, what else can go on? So Quinn says peach iced tea. This man's gonna be locked up and he says he's racing. Well, there we are. Yorkshire tea is life. There we go. The definitive answer.
We've had one man confirm this. We need more.
One man is enough. That is 100% of the population
of Yorkshire.
Yes. Belgian beer.
It's not exactly.
It's not tea. It's not tea, Dex.
Exactly, it's not tea, Dex. I mean, if you want to have a debate about what is the best beer, then fair enough. We're more than welcome to.
The best Belgian beer has got tea in it. This is tea beer. Is that a thing?
No, I don't think so. It'd be quite weird having a tea flavoured beer. Dex doesn't like tea. Lock him up. Lock him up. This man should not have such an important role at One Hub with not enjoying tea. Lock him up.
Oh no. Only us two. Yeah, mango. I agree. Wow. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like tea, but at least I drunk it, and I like tea occasionally. Like once in like a decade, I'll occasionally drink it if I'm desperate.
Dex saying, drink coffee, bro. No, coffee is the enemy.
And coffee's the enemy.
Coffee is the enemy.
Just
Dex.
drink milk otherwise. I mean, milk's better. Just a nice strawberry milk or chocolate. Oh, but chocolate and strawberry.
If you're wanting something to keep you awake, have an energy drink or something instead of coffee.
Have a Red Bull.
Yeah, have a Red Bull.
Other Red drinks are available.
Yes, Monster as well.
Or Pepsi or Coca. Don't drink Pepsi or Coca.
They're not energy drinks.
They give you... They're teeth dissolvers.
Yes. Personally, Iron Brew is the best soft drink available. I'm not biased in the slightest, but Iron Brew is god tier of soft drinks, and I will not take any other soft drink for an answer.
No. And there you can see, but you don't have to like tea, but you can't deny the pleasure of a good Yorkshire tea.
Gwyneth knows. Gwyneth knows the way. Drink Iron Brew. It is. Dex saying we're fired from the stream with our choices of beverage, but Gwyneth knows
like
Iron Brew all the way. Gwyneth has evolved to legendary tier of One Hub for his choice for saying drink Iron Brew. I have a friend. Dex, you don't drink tea anyway, so technically you should be the one who is fired. You do not enjoy tea. As Evil is off to do some scientific. He's doing some scientific inquiries as to which is the best tea.
You know what? I'm going to look at what is the best tea.
I do not believe we caught your overtake on Jess, unfortunately.
The best tea is Yorkshire tea, according to Google.
Okay. Dixon, you can't fire him. He's management. Yes, we can't, but we can get Nick to do it. Do not make us complain to Nick about your dislike of tea.
Quinn saying overtake turn 1 and 2 lap 14 is we no we didn't. Well, we should be getting ready to go in a few moments time. It's always good. Don't forget, by the way, as well, I said this about 4 times. Don't forget to give us a nice follow on Twitch and subscribe, I think, on Twitch. I think you can do that. I still don't know a lot about Twitch. I think that works. Or like and subscribe and comment below on YouTube, because it's going on YouTube, and all the other stuff.
Dex saying Nick drives for him in ERT, but yes.
I'm his boss there.
He's boss there. Yes, but Nick is your boss at one hub.
It's like boss reverse boss. Like intertwined. It's like oh hello, blue. That was weird. Not to worry. I think we're good. There we go. A slight technical hiccup there on my PlayStation. Decided to go blue for a second there. It's fine. That was my controller disconnecting. Not to worry. I think we're gonna get this. When are you writing up? What's going on in the chat? Let's have a look. I think they're just sorting out the penalties and all that.
I don't know, but we're in the middle of an interesting debate with Dex here. You may be the boss of Nick at ERT, but for your crimes against T, Nick will have to complete.
We'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the sprint event chat. What is the best T? Let's see if anyone responds quickly. No T. There we go. I think I've discussed. I think everyone doesn't like T. No one likes T.
It's disgraceful.
No, people don't like T. There we go. Ferrari people, pick car. Jess and Cam haven't picked a car. There we go. They're being. All T is equally awful. This is.
Okay, Sully saying he's outraged at Key saying T is disgusting. Thank you, Sully, for backing this up.
This is World War III in the chat. There we go. The T wars. I mean, we did go to a war over it with India. So there we go. I mean,
I believe. I don't know. Whatever it was. We go to war over. We've went to war with a lot of people over a lot of things.
Tea, coffee, sugar. Probably the last biscuit in the cookie jar.
Mm-hmm.
And moving onwards, we have a race. 45%, 50%. It's a full. I think it's the full race we're doing.
He is now saying T tastes horrible. Where can we lock this man up?
I think we're gonna have to lock all of the One Hub drivers up in a cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
Throw away the key. I mean, I don't like tea either, so lock me in it.
Dana's saying that apple tea reigns supreme.
Apple tea?
Tom Robles saying he's never had tea.
Dexter saying coffee, beer and rum, please. All at the same time?
Why not? Stick them all in the same cup, you never know.
What could happen there? Butterbeer, though. That I do agree of. The non-alcoholic one, at least. That tastes nice. If you've ever drunk it, it's from Harry Potter. Lovely thing.
What? Rum?
Yes.
What?
The butterbeer.
I have not drunk it.
Dex is saying not at the same time.
Are you sure, Dex? Is there something you're not telling us? Let's take a look back at the Twitch chat. Not much going on in the Twitch chat. Let's check the Discord again. Casper's asking if it is 2 mandatory starts again.
Medium, wet, soft. Wow. You could have gone hard, wet, soft. Or soft, wet, hard.
No, I'm not.
Soft, soft, hard. There we go.
Oh, soft, medium, medium. Enter wet hard.
Well, here we go then. The final race on F1 2020.
How weird is it to say that?
Yeah, it feels weird. Next time you'll see us, we'll probably be soon. I hope we do more of these events.
I hope so too.
Quinn says,
Hmm?
Quinn in the chat, are we talking about tyres?
Oh.
No.
Oh, he's not talking about tyres here. He's
Talking about
not
the other
talking about
rubbery
tyres.
substance.
Oh,
We just got demonetised. There we go, off the air.
yeah. That's us taken down. That's you permanently banned from streaming.
Moving swiftly on. Lakitu currently.
Fix your
Currently
voice
Q1.
box.
Best mobiles. The key two on pole position from Tom Robbo, Nick in third, Kai ahead of Rich from Cam, from King, from Casper, from Connor, so Quinniff from Danestar, from Legend, Jess down in 13th. There is a moth in my room. I've just squished it in my hand accidentally. 14th is Sully, Jacko at 15th, Phoenix is in 5th, 16th. Do you want to do the start this time, or shall I?
I will allow you to do it.
I will do it again.
And also, can we get justice for the moth that he's just crushed with his hands?
Go
That moth had a
moth
family.
court. Moth court.
Yeah. Take him to court for murdering a moth.
Self-defense, it was attacking me, okay?
Dex should permanently remove you from streaming for murdering a moth. I'll just grass you up to Dexter from now on. He'll get you in trouble.
Here we are then. The final grid on F1 2020. It's been a long road. It's been one whole year of racing. Well-ish. 9 months. I don't know when this game came out. Was it July last year?
Must have been.
I think sometime last year it came out.
Yeah.
Ish.
Doesn't matter when. All we know is it came out last year.
Hopefully it came out last year. But here we are then. One final time. 1 light, 2 light, 3, the 4, when the guy goes off. Who will be victor today? We're off the grid then here again in Brazil, and it's lights out, away we go. Good stuff on the key to, oh my dear God, massive accident in the background. That's Kinjan off, and the safety car immediately deployed there. And that there a horrible accident.
Well, that was an eventful start.
Well, you don't see that very often, but only virtual safety car deployed. And Kinjan's race is over before he's even started. But I think we are back
Dex is
running.
in the chat saying he has unlimited power. He is basically the man behind the scenes. He is the shadow figure that controls everything.
Indeed, if we get ready to go. 5 seconds, by the way, for Lakitu, Tom, Robbo, Rit, and Connor. All for, I presume, contact to start the race. But here we are, back racing again then. Here we go, and it looked like a bad start there for Lakitu. And look here for Nick, by the way. Nick's got a good shot here up the hill as you begin lap number 2 of this race. All of them running right. Look at Nick then. He's going to go for a move then on Tom Robbo. Tom Robbo trying to squeeze him to the right. Can Nick go the long way around the outside? Late on the brakes then from the Mercedes driver. Can't do it. But good battling here is that it says Nick's leading this race. Rightfully, he is leading this race now. He's second, but he might be leading this in an alternate universe. But second position, Kyle to fourth.
Lakitu and Tom Robbo crashed into each other at turn 1.
Yeah, indeed. Nick, Dex said Nick's got a good shot here. 2 penalties for the guys up front. Lap will be served in their pit stop, so those two are going to be dropping right down the order here, especially if we get safety cars and whatnot. Jess, meanwhile, down the back has had a bad start down there in 15th. Phoenix there in 14th. Jacko in 13th so far. So a few drivers making a few little mistakes at the beginning of this race.
Yeah, Dex saying that Nick has a good chance. Is that I'm trying to curse another driver like he cursed Dane in the last race. Did say Dane would probably win he had his money on Dane in the last race and it cursed him. So will the Dexter curse continue this time around?
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think I can curse Akiki, because I don't think he's here.
No, he's not.
Where's Akiki gone?
He's vanished into thin air.
Anyone know where Akiki's gone? Dex, where's Akiki gone?
To the Shadow Realm.
Is he not racing? I missed it. Did I miss something? Has he been abducted? No.
Yeah.
Kington's gone.
Had him arrested.
Of course. Have I committed a war crime on him? Is that amount bad? I've cursed him too much. He's gone. No. Tom Robert had a Nick and Kai. Yellow flags for Phoenix. Now, what's happened to him? Has he got damage? Yes, he has got damage there. The front left end plate has gone. Dex saying he's not racing in the second race. That's a real shame to see. He could have got some points there, but his final race there ended in me cursing him as it began with me cursing him.
Yeah, you say he would have got points, but knowing how much you curse him, he probably would have ended up backwards for turn one.
At least he's always a possibility with me. But nonetheless, Kai and Cam's doing quite well. That option for a podium for Cam's not looking too shabby right now, because right now he has got he's in the podium position. We're only on that 4.
Scrap with each other. Ooh, that was a bit of a nudge.
Yeah, we've got Gwyneth battling away. We've got kind of 2 little gaggles here. We've got Danestar. We've got Connor up the inside there of Rich, who's been overtaken now.
His mirrors. Whoa, what's happened there? Connor get a nudge from Rich, or was it just a little bit of a
lag there, I think.
Awkward moment.
A bit of lag, look fun on me. And the Red Bull there, currently in P10 of this race, behind Danestar and Gwyneth currently. And then we got this battle here. We got Legend, Casper, Cam, Kai, Nick. It's the Triple K. I was about to say that level of Rilla's what I was about to say, and I'm not going to do that. Lakita is first. It's Tom Rubber in second. It's Nick in third. And then it's Kai, Cam, and Casper. It's Legend, Gwyneth, Danestar, Connor, Rich, Sully, Jacko, Jess, and Phoenix. Rounded out the back, and it's King Jin who didn't really manage to get towards turn 1. Well, it was now Casper had a Cam then, so as those two switch around, Cam, of course, on those medium tyres, Casper on the soft tyres as well. So Sullivan's got himself a penalty, as here comes Cam going back around the outside. Well, thought of it there, but realised probably a bit earlier that doing that would not end well.
Having a quick look at the field, Jacko is on the back of Sully. He's about 4.5 tenths back. But looking forward, Gwyneth and Legend are now on the back of Casper and Cam.
Indeed, as Lee's free now, starting to close up more and more. And this is always good. We've seen how good Legend has been in these types of races, especially he could have won race 1. We're not quite sure what happened to him, really. Apparently something happened, but that's why you dropped down. But
got squeezed by Dane.
Yeah, he got squeezed by Dane. We didn't see exactly what happened to him, though. Nikita currently fastest on the circuit here, and I'm wondering here, is Cam just trying to stay with DRS then with Casper just to get any ounce of thing? But look behind the Legend. He's got so much more ERS than the two ahead.
Yeah, he's been saving his ERS quite well, I have to say. That could be very useful going up the hill.
And certainly again, you can see Casper, big slide there from the Red Bull driver there. And you can just see the flooring of the power of the rear end stepping out there like a back end of an old dog who's been left out in the rain too long.
Someone please do tell the Red Bull that this is not Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Red Bull? It's Brazil, it's Sao Paulo Drift.
Yep.
Casper,
he's very happy to do a little bit of drifting.
Well, as long as he doesn't spin it, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Exactly. Let's do a full lap drifting, basically.
Tyres, I imagine he'll be coming to the pit lane in the next 4 laps. Well, it's around about lap 10, 11, I imagine.
Here comes
He's
Legend.
around that, yeah, Legend, and trying to go around the outside then. He might get a bit of a toe there. Is he going to have a lunge on the inside of Casper? He has a think of it there, Casper. Big lock up on the front right there. Just about avoids it then. And now surely the Alpha Tauri is going to pounce on the Red Bull. Casper to the inside, around the outside. Is it a futile effort there from the Red Bull driver? Yes, it is. Legend up into into 5th position as Casper almost dies on the throttle. Cam slots in behind from Quinniff. Is it Cam or is it Quinniff? It is going to be Quinniff as he holds it around the outside at least. Thinks better of it. He's going to have a lunge into Mr. Albon. Corner? No, he's not.
Be patient, although these guys don't have much ERS left compared to Legend, who has about double the amount of ERS in these.
Yeah, as well as look at Quinniff as well. He's got a lot of his ERS as well. Using all of it down the straight. I'm wondering here, is Cam going to be coming in the pit? Yes, he is. And we've got a yellow flag as well. And who is that? That's Phoenix. And now, how's he gone off the road? I'm wondering. There he is. Back on circuit. There he is. As he retired himself.
Peter takes avoiding action. Well, Keto is avoiding action there.
Yeah, he's rejoining the road. Does Phoenix? I'm wondering what happened to him there, because he's
Nick has got past Tom Robbo.
Yeah, he has just got past Tom Rowe. Good spot there from my dear pal. He has got ahead on those soft compound tyres. Now, you're wondering, Lo, how long can Nick stay on those tyres? I imagine another 2-3 laps, I think. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is it a 1 or 2 stop raceless one?
It's a mandatory 2-stop.
So it is mandatory 2 stop like the normal rules of 1 hub blend, so copy that. Good to remember that off the top of my head then, just there, I almost forgot it. So
that's why I'm here to remind you.
This is why you're here. I've hired you to do that. Remind me for things I forget. Let's see, is anyone coming in early? Well, we know Cam came in early. He's got himself some clean air now. And he's probably going to go on for a little while longer.
He's trying to line up Tom Robbo at the moment.
Yeah, Tom Robbo is in Kai as well. So these 3-4 drivers battling away. Legend closing up on these as well. So Quinniff with a 3-second time penalty. As Tom Robbo trying to go round the outside there. Has he done it? No, he hasn't. He's run himself out of the road there. The inside line opens up then for Nick just to squeeze through. A good job there. And who's that? Jess? Is that Jess who's gone off? It is Jess who's spun around.
No, it's not. It is.
What?
No, it's.
Jess was yellow.
Phoenix retiring. I don't know. But yeah, Dainstar has come in. He's out behind Cam. And he's on his gearbox now.
Yeah, indeed so. Those two together. I was a bit looking at the battle here between 2nd, 3rd, 4th position right now. Colin saying go on Nick. Nick is so far so good. So far as well. He hasn't got a penalty either. As here comes Kai to line up Tom Robbo. Is Tom Robbo going to come in the pits to ruin my fun? Yes, he is.
He had to ruin it for you, didn't he?
Well, let's see then. He's gonna go on a set of softs.
We can watch Dainstar on Cam instead. Surely this one won't be interrupted by someone pulling into the pits. No, it won't.
That's
Dainstar
sweet as a baby. Didn't look like Cam put too much of a fight up there. In fact, I don't think he could put too much of a fight up there. He's going for the long game.
So, Tom Robbo will come out behind both of these guys. Interesting.
Yeah, the undercut strategy really working for those two there. So you've got to wonder, Lakitu's probably going to come in this lap then. Surely, Lakitu doesn't have to come in. He can stay out probably to a lap 15, maybe a bit more. The likes of Nick might be coming in soon.
Well, it's lap 10, so I imagine the softs would be coming in on this lap anyway. It is around their pit window.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it is, of course. Another 5 laps added onto that for the other drivers. Let's see if Nick's going to dive into the left. No, he's not.
Nope.
I mean, what? Look at Legend and Casper starting to close up on these guys as well.
So So Nick's taking it a little bit longer. An interesting choice.
The DRS, of course, active on both these drivers, so they are going to be closing up, especially as Dane start fast lap 1 minute 9.2 so far. As I will get the tyres up for everyone who wants to know what tyres are everyone on instead of the penalties, as Deck Stir points out for me. Always good to see the chat to tell them what they want to see, whilst I sometimes forget. Jacko has got himself a 3-second time penalty up front, though still leading this race. DQ2, he's kind of cruising up front here. Jessamine down the back, currently 14th position, and she's not doing a too bad job right now. 1 minute 2 seconds off the leader mind, but carrying on.
Tom Robbins picked up a penalty there.
Yeah, quite a few people getting some penalties in the midfield. As here we are, Nick now in the pits.
Tom Robbo's on the back of Cam now.
Yeah, he's slowly reeling him in, of course. Purple sector 2.
Yeah,
So definitely going to be closing up. And Nick should, I think, come out.
Casper is in.
Yeah, Casper in the pits as well. That's early for Casper then. So that's saying that those medium tyres aren't really that good either.
Here comes Nick's teammate through the first corner. It's going to be close.
Has Nick done enough here to get out ahead of those two? I think he's going to come out ahead right next to his teammate.
He's going to come out side by side with his teammate. I imagine he will let... No, Dane's going to let him stay ahead.
Yeah, meanwhile, Tom Robbo ahead of Cam.
Tom Robbo still.
Casper up into 11. So quite interesting battle here, and you can see here, Casper on those medium tyres. Now he's going to be doing to around about lap 25 to 20, well, 26 to 28, I imagine, put a set of soft tyres to the end.
Yeah, same in that. Well, interestingly, Casper, following Nick in, has helped him jump from Robbo.
He certainly has, only just a member, and now here we got the DRS trait. And I'm wondering, is Dane gonna pass Nick here? Is Nick gonna let his teammate go?
Away. I think Dane's going.
Meanwhile, look here behind Liam. Here comes Tom Robbo around the outside into turn number 1 of Casper. They get awfully close there, but through he goes. A nice, fantastic move. But it's not over yet, because here we are, the double bite of the cherry. And now Edsy, has Casper got anything? I don't think he has. And I think, yeah, Tom Robbo should stay that position.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, I think Dane might just sit there as a buffer for Nick, just to hold off anyone, because they are on different strategies and Nick is going longer. Although ideally you'd want to let your soft runner go, push on a bit, but maybe Dane's playing team game here, and I'm going to sit behind and act as a buffer for Nick to defend.
As these guys starting to catch up to Rusali. I'm going to wonder now, surely Sully, remember he's on, this is going to be the ideal of seeing when the likes of Sully, how long can some of these drivers go here, but I think Sully's going to come in the pits potentially. No, he's not, but here we go, the two Mercedes, and then so you can see slight lift off on the power there from Dane. So yeah, that does confirm my theory. Oh, contact! Tom Robbo into the back there, and has he got damage? Yes, he has. Tom Robbo damaged there on the front left end plate. Has he gone into Sully there, I'm wondering?
Maybe it's going to cost him. Casper should be able to take advantage of this.
You can see here, look at here, as Kai and the Key2 have come out. The Key2 still leads this race. That shows how big of a gap he had, despite his penalty, by the way.
Yeah, he's looking mighty fast. Will Legend come in this lap, or will he go the extra lap? He's currently leading.
Let's see, looks like he's in.
Let's see where he shuffles into the pack.
Should be around about between Casper and Cam, I think. Potentially.
12 seconds back to Rich, and then a further 5 back to the Keto.
Here we go, look at Kai, here comes Kai. Is he getting up the inside? Yes, he is, on those soft compound tyres. They're working a tree right now. Now he has the inside line, and now into the lead here of this race. Legend's come out. Now, where's he going to come out? Is he going to slot in between where I thought he would?
Just behind.
He's going to come out ahead.
Just slotting behind the Mercs. Dane's still sitting behind his teammate.
I'm going to wonder, let's surely soon that is, you can see Cam's come in for a set of hard compound tyres then. So that is a bold strategy then for Cam.
Will Dane respond? Because he did come in a lap after him.
Yeah, that's always going to be interesting to see. Will these two respond to each other? Well, Dane's currently in 4th position. Probably wants to be looking backwards and forwards at the same time. Because behind him he's got the AlphaTauri there of Legend. Ahead of him he's got the Mercedes there of his teammate. Ahead of that is Lakitu and of course Kai, who is going on for a little while longer now. I imagine until lap 20. I imagine around until about lap 26, and then he's saying maybe another set of softs on. I don't know, but is he on the mediums on that stint 1, I think?
Looks like the Mercedes are doing a swap here.
Let's see.
Maybe. I thought they were going to do a swap there because Nick had pulled to the far right hand side of the circuit, but maybe they'll do it here because...
Well, yeah, but look, they're going to have to box him in. They're going to have to box him in. He's going to have to stay right here. And this is clever work then for the Mercedes team. And now Swan have hit each other. They've kind of hit each other. And that's the last thing they wanted. They've come together. And that's not what they want to do. That is not what they want to do, Evil. And, well, you could just say that. I've rather done that one, haven't I?
Yep. I thought they were just going to do the quick swap and let Dane sneak past up the inside into turn 4, but no, Nick's determined to be the leading Mercedes here.
Yeah, Nick.
Gonna have to defend much harder against Legend than he did against his teammate.
And oh dear, indeed. Well, here goes then. This should be an easy move from Legend on Nick. And this should be like taking candy from baby DRS Slipstream. Is Nick going to peel in the pit sooner? Like everyone else is. Let's see, inside, outside. Let's see, can Nick do anything on the brakes? Is he brave? Yee is the answer.
That's a bit of a bizarre answer, but yeah, I think there's going to be words said in the Mercedes garage after the race.
Toto Wolff's knocked the door down. He's coming for them. Casper, meanwhile, in 5th position.
Toto Wolff has now smashed his desk in half.
There is just splinters.
Yeah, there's just splinters remaining.
I'm surely wondering there is, you can see Tom Robbo. He's really dropped down the order. He's come in the pits as well. He's come out ahead of Cam, by the way, who I'm wondering if Cam got involved in any incident at all, because he's back there. And look who it is, by the way, that Tom Robbo has come out behind. It's Sully, who I'm not mistaken, they had contacts. Now, I might be wrong.
Should be interesting.
But if those two did come into contact, and I'm wondering if that was why they're both together back on road again.
He and Lakitu are having an interesting
Slipstream battle.
Slipstream battle, yeah.
You can see Kai's tyres are going off there, and you can see Lakitu starting to close in a bit by bit, and he's got to go on for a little longer.
What's it? They're both on an alternate strategy because he's going to have to come in for the mediums and get those to the end, whereas Lakitu's going to be in for the softs probably because he's done 2 medium stints now. So Lakitu will go longer. It's going to be an interesting battle towards the end of the race between these two if Keed does in fact come back out in the lead group.
Would you imagine? Surely he will. Meanwhile, we've got Connor and Rich battling together. That is, I believe, Rich on Connor, or is that Connor on Rich? One way or the other. Which way they are battling. Meanwhile, Tom Robbo is sideways.
Yep, that's one way of getting a move done.
As you can see, there is Sully backs out of thought about making a move there. Thinks better of it.
Gaining on Quinneth.
Rich and Connor still together.
Close enough to get DRS. It was close enough down by the left-hander, but Quinneth got a better exit, looks like.
Yeah, looks like it is.
Legend is sitting about 2.5 seconds off of this lead group. So if he wanted to, bear in mind these guys' tyres are like 3 or 4 laps old, so if you can keep about this for another 5 laps or something, keep the gap around this, maybe you can pull the trigger a lap or 2 early and go for an undercut on key.
Meanwhile, a bit of contact there between Connor and Ritzler. I don't think they meant to do that. Well, obviously they didn't mean to do that. But Connor trying to go around the outside there of turn 5. Didn't quite pay off that time around. A little bit of contact the front left into the front right there. And that is all it does. No damage though for those two, but these guys battling out like it's the final lap of a motor race led here for lap, well, here in lap 20. Battle for 8th and 9th position with 36 laps to go.
Interestingly, Danestar's not really gaining on Quinneth. Really struggling at the moment to gain ground.
Oh, that'll be inside there, Lakito into the lead. Lakito into the lead. They're just like cut on board there. With them, they've switched around again, and now I'm wondering, surely those soft compound tyres are going off, Liam?
Well, they're only 5 laps old, so I doubt they'll be in that bad condition. They'll probably be about 20-30% maybe. So I doubt they're in that bad of a condition. And Keto does have more ERS saved up, but only a little bit more, so maybe Key will fight it back going into the first corner.
There's always a possibility, so we'll go back then on board with these two.
It's not looking likely unless Key starts deploying all of his ERS.
It'll be a dive here, it'll be an almighty dive. Now, if I was him, I'd wait here for the next ERS straight and then have an opportunity down into turn 4. That's always a good opportunity to do then. Let's see. Now use all of his DRS, now pump the throttle, now open the DRS, use red mix, use everything you have, and let's see, is he got close enough? No, he hasn't.
Should have used more ERS, should have deployed more ERS going down the start finish straight, and he would have been close enough to get the dive into turn 1.
Well, hindsight very much there, an opportunity there. Meanwhile, Connor are now getting closer and closer to Jacko, as those two now starting to close up on that. Casper closing on Nick as well. So a few battles going on here today, and you can see here on board we are with Casper, the man who won podium, currently 5th position, and he likes their circuit. He's had a good record around there. He did win a championship here, of course, just about a couple of weeks ago.
All over the back of Nick. He's about 7.5 times back. But look at the ERS difference. Nick has 70% of his battery saved, whereas Casper only has 5% left. So, an interesting... Yes, it should be very interesting.
Upstate crew up front.
He's still sitting about 5 times back from Nikita. So if he does decide he wants to come into the pits, he's on 7 lap old tyres. He could definitely get a set of medium tyres to the end, unless he's doing medium soft. So
no, it's always a possibility. So let's see what these guys can do. Of course, we are here on lap 22 of 36 with some 15 odd laps to go. And Casper hunting down Nick Len. Up front, leading this race is Lakito, and now I'm wondering, surely sooner rather than later, Kai's got to start thinking about doing an undercut strategy to try anything to unsettle Lakito, who has driven thoughtlessly in this race.
He comes in now, he can definitely get a set of mediums to the end.
Yeah.
But Lakito's got to stop again, and he will be going on to softs.
Meanwhile, in comes Danestar then, 13 laps on those soft compounds. A set of soft compounds go on, meaning another 13 laps for him as he teleports himself out of the pit lane. Where is he? Okay. There he is. Back we are, back on circuit he goes as well. As the game it's slowly breaking on us. Meanwhile, still a battle here between these two drivers. These guys are going to come out awfully close between that and Daystar. Daystar's going to come out right behind these. Here goes Jacko round the outside. Can he sweep round the outside? That's a brave move if he has. Can he do the move? Can he finish off? Yes, he can. What here? What about? Look at this then. Oh, he has a look on the inside. Comes Star. That's brave. Has he got the move? Yes, he has as well. Good move there between these guys. This is great battling.
Caspar is 3.5 times behind Nick. Here we go. Surely Nick's just either going to let him go. I believe he is.
Coming in.
Yep, Nick's coming in. So 10 laps on the mediums for Nick. And it's a set of softs. He's going to be taking softs to the end. So
it's very possible.
The soft out. It is possible.
Meanwhile, Star up the inside. He's got past Jacko. And I'm wondering if that was a little cool between those two, actually, because they know they're working together. And, of course, if Star thinks he can get to the end, he obviously knows that Nick should be able to get to the end. And these two, I'm wondering this time they're going to do the old swap-a-roo, potentially.
Maybe. We don't want a repeat of what happened before.
That would be interesting, however.
Yeah, it would spice up the race for us, but I think there would be a meltdown in the Mercedes garage if it did happen.
Nick may indeed banish Dane to the Shadow Realm if they collide again.
I don't think it would be that. I think Dane would hunt him down instead.
Dane will banish Nick to the Shadow Realm.
I don't know if if it happens again, I believe they will be hunting each other down, beat each other up. And that would be an interesting fight to see, Star versus Nick.
Well, let's find out, of course. We've still got 10 laps to go. As in comes Casper, in comes Kai as well. So both of those drivers now in the pit lane. So here we are then, the final stint of this race. Final 10 laps we are. As you can see Casper coming up the pit lane. He's going to come out, I believe, ahead of both the Mercedes. It's going to be awfully close. I think Jay should come out ahead.
I thought the undercut was more powerful than the overcut here. Dane's getting close to his teammate again.
Let's see, Civil War could be on the verge.
Toto Wolff will be having words.
Meanwhile, Casper and Rit close together. Rit, remember, on those 9-lap-old tyres.
Is in.
Yeah, Nikita in the pits there, so he's going to go then for a set of soft compound tyres. 11 laps, I suppose,
in the
to
box
the end.
Now, whereas he is coming just past the pit entry now, so it's going to be close. I think Nikita will hold on to the lead, maybe?
It'll be side by side, heading towards turn 4.
Oh, it's going to be too close to call. I think Key's done it. But it is another set of softs from Nikita.
Both soft. Let's see, it is turn 4. I almost predicted that one on point there. It was turn 4. They almost went together. But Nikita out ahead then by a hairpin margin. Then the Renault then ahead of the McLaren. Behind him,
there's contact between the Mercedes again. Nick's been given a little shunt into turn 4 by Dane there. Oh, there's going to be chaos in that Mercedes garage.
Toto Wolff's breaking all the desks. He's got the chairs.
The chairs are being thrown in the Mercedes garage.
Another moth. I've killed another moth.
Oh god, someone phone the RSPCA on him.
Peter's going to be knocking the door in a minute. Star is currently 5th. Nick is currently 4th. I've got moth killer. But right now, this is it.
He's got no ERS to challenge Nikita.
Yeah, no ERS, but here we go. What about the two Mercedes? Are they going to switch again? Look behind it, the Legends climbing right at him here. That's forcing the inside there. Potentially the outside line might be providing. And this is getting awfully close.
You saw this before and it didn't end well. They boxed him in last time and Dane went around.
Let's see, is it going to be a repeat? It is going to be a repeat on the inside! Can they do it twice in a row? Nick opens the door as wide as a barn. This is getting personal, these three drivers. And then don't go on the inside there. That'll end in tears, boys.
Oh my goodness.
What on earth must be going on inside that Mercedes garage? I swear. Toto Wolff must be pacing around.
Oh, up into the wall! There it goes! They're off! Off goes Legend into the wall. He got caught up behind the back of the Mercedes. Went straight on, and they almost took all three of them with him. This is turning into a... My God, how?
Survival race. Lakitu has opened up a 1 second gap the key. So in towards turn 1 of the Mercedes. Gonna do anything? No. I think they're just gonna have to wait for somebody. We're gonna have to wait for somebody to catch up to the back of these guys for any more drama to unfold between them. Both seem relatively happy not to burn any ERS or that. They're just comfortable trying to get to the end.
Meanwhile, on board with Cam, his Ferrari sounding very healthy right now on my screen.
That's unusual for a Ferrari to be healthy.
When I say he sounds very healthy, I mean he doesn't sound very healthy at all.
Oh.
Sounds a bit broken.
That wouldn't surprise me. It is a 2020 Ferrari car.
Indeed, well, Casper. So far, well, I did say that Cam could get a podium, but a podium driver is on the podium currently. So I've got that one.
Oh, the Mercedes are getting far too close for comfort again.
Toto Wolff's getting the box out. Let's see the two Mercedes. Are they going to go together? Let's see, and this time they switch around without contact. And let's see, is Nick going to come back with some DRS later on, or is Dane's not going to go and try and hunt down Casper? He's got about 3 seconds to find.
And about 7 laps to do it.
Yep, he has. So let's see if these guys can go do battle at the last stage of this race.
So somebody definitely has come over the radio for the Mercedes boys and told them, let him through, he is faster than you.
Meanwhile, through the rest of the field, outside the top 10 by the way, we haven't spoken about too much right now, is Jack O'Connor, Sully and...
Tom Rubble's gaining on the back of Legend at the moment.
Yeah, he is right now. Remember, he's on medium tyres that have done 10 laps. I'm wondering in terms of...
Legend is catching back up to the back of the Mercedes drivers again.
Yeah, he is.
2 tenths up for the middle sector as well, so there's a PB lap for him. So the Mercedes guys better start looking in their mirrors.
Yeah, the gap 2.5 seconds so far. There's a few people getting some penalties up right now, but nonetheless, 6 laps to go then. And so far, so good then for Legend. He's closing up on the back of Nick. Nick closing the back of Daylight, who has a penalty. In terms of penalties, by the way, I'll have a little look at it. Biggest is Jack with 11. We've got, as I say, like, Quinneth gets himself a penalty on cue there. 6 seconds for Quinneth. Only people without penalties is Kai, Casper, Nick, and Cam, and of course Phoenix and King Jim because they can't get penalties because they're not in the race.
Legend's about 1.5 seconds behind the Mercedes cars now.
Yeah, he's definitely closing, as Nick's not really dropping too far back either.
No. Well, Danger is on the older tyres and has been following for a bit, so his tyres might be a bit short. But he's pulling a bit further away than Nick was able to from his teammate.
Okay, here we go then. The Mercedes, are they going to switch again? Yes, they are going to switch again.
Because I think they've noticed who's coming up behind him. And Dane is willing to defend at all costs the points for the Mercedes. Interesting strategy call from the Mercedes again. They can't make up their mind which of the drivers is quicker or not. They're very even.
Yeah, very even. They're coming up to lap, I believe that's Jess, who's currently 2 laps down, Jess is, so not doing too bad, but struggling a little bit there. Right now as Legend gets a penalty. There we go, Legend with a penalty. Now that's going to throw a spanner in the works, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but he's probably got the same amount of penalties as Danestar.
He has. No, he hasn't. He's got 6.
Who, Legend?
Yeah, Legend's got 6. Dane's got 3. So that has really put a massive spanner in this works, and so they are going to help. Yeah, Nick, Dexter, and they're helping each other with DRS. You know what? Jess is almost, I think, just about helped as well. Yeah, Jess is going to help a little bit as well with the DRS.
Give Nick DRS, but Legend is on the back of these guys again.
I'm coming to get you, says Legend as he closes up more and more and more. And this is going to get spicy then with 4 laps to go.
This is bottom clenching almost for the Mercedes guys. They'll be panicking when they see this guy strolling right up behind them again. Legend is on fresher tyres as well.
There he is.
3 lap younger tyres than Dayton and 2 lap younger tyres than Nick.
So really it's all about if and when they can get past. The good thing for Nick right now, he hasn't got a penalty, so as long as Danestock can hold him off there and keep with that DRS, then there is nothing that Nick will get that 4th position, unless of course they collide, which is by the precedent they've already set, is always possible because they've hit each other twice already this race.
Oh, twitch from Legend now.
Yeah, but look
the
here.
ERS is burning through all of them. They're all burning the ERS right now.
Yeah, look at here. Crucially, though, Nick's got all of his ERS to play with here, compared to Legend and Dane, which are running 30 and, of course, 40 and 50 and 60 right now for Nick. So ERS is definitely interesting. In terms of the leader, by the way, a 3-second penalty for Lakitu here is quite crucial because that gap, as things stand, as Tom Robbo gets himself a penalty, he's right down the order there in 7th after that contact earlier on. As things stand right now, Kai is going to win this race.
Yes, he's got 3 laps to get it over 3 seconds. He's looking on the run up the hill from turn 4, Dane's weaving across the track, just trying to get a bit of clean air, it looks like.
Oh, that is.
Tom Robbo's gone.
Yeah, that is Tom Robbo, and he's out this race. And he's hit the wall in a really odd position. No safety car.
It's an odd spot.
Because we're in the last couple of laps.
It's certainly an odd spot.
And here we go. This could be an opportunity. This could be a real opportunity now then. For, let's see, can he do anything? But look at the speed that Dane's got then. With the slipstream. But let's see, is he going to be enough? He's going to have to pull to the inside.
This is 210s.
Nothing he can do, can't go to the outside. Now the old switcheroo then. Let's see, now can he do the outside? Now to the inside, now to the outside. One way or the other, let's see DRS, but he still can't do it.
No,
he still can't do it. Oh, he thinks of it.
Oh, this is too close to call.
What battling we have here.
It gets increasingly tense when Dane closes right up to the back of Nick as well, when he has nowhere else to go. But almost at the back of his teammate.
And these guys are catching Casper at a rate of knots as well. The gap is under 2 seconds now, so it's all just getting quincendoed together.
3 seconds. They're about 2.5 seconds to Casper, so I don't really see them catching unless Casper makes a major mistake of some form.
Oh, a bit of mistake from Legend, though.
His back end has been all over the place.
Yeah.
On the exit of that corner.
Let's see. I think Dane's got enough on this lap again. And look here, crucially, look at the bottom right there. It's popping up yellow fuel. So that means surely now that this could be slightly detrimental. You can see here, look at Nick. He's saving all of his ERS. Just in case.
Yes, Legend's really burning through his fuel at the moment. So it's going to be touch and go probably.
Cam in the pits.
Can't take your eyes away from this battle as Lakitu has got his gap over 3 seconds, so as it stands he will take the race victory.
We haven't seen much of the starting their final lap of this race by the way.
It's about to start the final lap. Oh, it's Legend's looking for any sort of run possible on Dane here. Fuel light has gone from the Alpha Tauri.
Let's see, good exit here. Oh, bit of a twitch!
Dane's got the twitch this time around, but he's burning through his ERS.
Let's see, it'll be the inside then. It's going to be battle of the battles then. And they're just about squeezing them, almost forcing him off the track. Look at this, round the outside. Can he do it the long way around? Still can't do it. still defending. Beautiful racing between these two as we enter now the final lap of this race. Can he do anything? They're burning every ounce of steam they've got. Can he do anything?
Red
Nick's to the
fuel light
inside,
on the
giving the slipstream.
Oh.
But they still can't do it. This is fantastic battling between these two drivers. And it might be the final race on F1 2020. These guys want to go on for another 36 laps. But here we are then, through the last corner, up the hill. Here comes Lakitu. He took the lead. He stayed there. And Lakitu comes to the line. He wins the final ever race on F1 2020 then. And he's done it. Kite across the line in second. Who's going to get third? Because look how quick they've caught Casper. I think it's just going to be Casper then. Who's going to get it then? As he comes to the line, Casper's going to get third position. He's going to get a podium. Who's going to finish fourth? It's going to be Nick. Dane is dropped on the line.
Legends pulled into the pits.
Legends in the pits. Why has he done that?
Why has he done that?
Quiddith finishes 7th.
What's going on? What has gone on?
Nick's gonna finish. I mean, Rich is 8th, Jacko 9th. But my oh my, what a send off! Whew. Solly in left. You just, I think you almost saw then.
Yeah, sorry.
Cam in 12th.
Don't
Jess
kill me, please.
last.
Poor
13th
Jess.
position. But by howdy was that a battle.
Dane gets driver of the day. Bloody hell, what a race. There's going to be...
Whew. Whew.
There's going to be questions asked after that race.
The Kitulo wins
There was
this
questions
race.
asked
He's
after
driven
the
his heart
sprint-
out.
Well, there was questions asked after the sprint race about Dane's defending.
Well, I don't think he could
Well, I don't
defend that defending.
Yeah, but he was very aggressive towards the end of the sprint race, but he looked to have toned it down a bit, although Legend seemed to be more wise as to Dane's tricks this time around, when Dane likes to pinch him right on the apex of turn 2. So I think Legend caught on to that and started braking earlier, so Dane would go wide into turn 1 and get a worse run onto the straight down towards turn 4, but still held on.
Only 3 people,
Yeah.
by the way, didn't get a penalty.
And it was second to fourth.
Yeah.
Neil didn't get penalty.
And who was your driver of the day?
Oh, that's too tough.
I don't know if we're giving them questions, but we might as well
I don't know.
get in the system.
I'll let you go first
I'm
because
gonna
my brain's
give
still scrambled.
Nick my driver of the day. I'm gonna give Nick, Dane, and Legend the driver of the day. I'm giving all of them the driver of the day. You know what?
Yeah, we'll
Everyone
give
gets
everyone-
driver of the day. There we go. Everyone, because they've been
everyone
here.
gets driver of the day.
You get driver of the day. You get driver of the day. Everyone gets driver of the day.
Exactly.
Because they've all been here all season. They have all driven beautifully. Some in lower tiers, some in higher tiers, but this has been a great season. This has been a
Yeah.
great game. And
Well, what a way to say goodbye to F1 2020, eh?
yeah, what a way to say goodbye with fireworks and explosions. And what
That
a
was
battle
crazy.
we had.
Just sheer craziness.
But that is that. And you know what? I'm going to let you round the stream off. I can let you say the final words.
Oh, well, I want to say a big thank you to everyone for joining us over the course of the game, well, the F1 2020 game cycle, and also a big thank you for joining us again tonight. Well, we will say goodbye to you all for tonight, and a goodbye to F1 2020. We will be seeing you on the next game very soon. Is
Yep.
there anything else you would like to say?
Well, I simply want to say thank you to all the coordinators, all of the stewards, all of the commentators, everyone who took part this season. Everyone did a fantastic job. But us two finished it off. We're the only ones that are left. Everyone else, I think, died. Now we can delete the game.
Exactly.
So
we can say goodbye.
So we could say goodbye with like sad music. There's a baby crying in the background. I can hear a baby in the background crying. It's all going on. But thank you everyone for joining us this season. I've been Evil. Liam's been Liam. Until next time, take care. And we'll see you in a year's time on next year's game.
In a year's time, in like a week, 2 weeks' time or something. Maybe.
Next time you see us, we'll be a year in the future.
When we
Take care.
inevitably get paired together.
Yeah, again. But take care. Goodbye.
Goodbye.